All right, and we are live. Happy Easter. Welcome to the Iron Lords podcast and the Lords of Gaming.net, episode number 107. And it's another glorious Sunday. We're back at the round table on the Lord's Day. And we've got Halo Infinite Battle Royale, PlayStation 5 spec reveal, Inside Xbox, Switch Mini and Switch Pro, plus Neo Geo and Capcom consoles to discuss. So we're going to get right into it. So let's introduce the four horsemen of gaming, those original lords of the realm here at the round table. My co-host with the co-most, my brother from another mother, the difficult game conqueror, and the how of the young wolf. My man, Lord Addict, how you doing, sir?
Doing pretty good. Getting stomped in Sekiro over and over again.
Y'all in that damn game, boy. Leave that damn game alone.
I love it.
Yo, he put on his joint.
Beat me.
He put on his joint. Do not disturb me. Like I said, damn.
He had do not disturb on
yes, he put do not disturb me because I was like, I saw him on and I saw him playing Sekiro. I said, like, oh, let me just jump. And then I looked at his joint. His joint said, don't disturb me. I was like, wow, excuse you. Let me leave you alone to your madness over there.
No, so Addict, we gonna get this last boss kill, man. What's going on, man?
Maybe this time next year.
Damn, it's like that. Oh man, this is crazy, man. So anyway, that just shows you been Sekiro 100%. That's what it's been.
Yeah, 100%.
No doubt. And of course, I gotta give Solve a new name.
Oh
the
no,
usurper to the Iron Throne. Of most technical gaming lord, the solo gamer who lives for the single player selfish experience, and also the Sostradamus.
Joffrey.
Joffrey. Mr. Offline Profile Illuminati and Lord Patreon of the Iron Bank. My man, Lord Sovereign, how you doing, sir?
I am extra fantastic today because I'm not hosting. I'm feeling good.
No, I know you're not hosting because we gotta hit Crazy Easy.
Oh my God. No, that's not his fault. I got to do it.
Shout out to Google Hangouts for folding my.
Listen, man. I go in, I click the link, everything is good, everybody's in. I was like, yay. I said, Cognito's here.
Growing pain, you know.
Clicking the wrong buttons. He clicking all the wrong buttons. Yo, he like a dude on a plane just hitting all the buttons. Like,
all of a sudden, the plane losing altitude. Like, what's going on?
Why the hell we can only fly 30,000 feet?
Man. Google Hangouts was acting crazy. Like, I had this issue with Ebontis maybe 2 last words ago, and it just happened when he started debuting, and we were able to resolve. But yeah, that's Google Hangouts changing policy. Don't worry about it, Saul. What's going on?
I'm chilling, man. Doing real good. Glad to see you back. Glad to see you energetic. Yeah, man. Doing good, man. Doing good.
No doubt. What you been playing?
Nathan. It's been a good 2 to 3 weeks. I've done nothing. I was just telling Addict that I haven't since PAX East. I haven't gone any further in Sekiro, which is killing me. I haven't played anything. I did pick up. I just picked up the Cuphead for the Switch just to support. I want to just support that game. I may not ever turn it on, but I just want to make sure they get that copy.
Me and King waiting for the easy mode.
Man, when they put that game out with God mode included, that's
like yes, I'm
down with that.
Yo, but
Sakio better have God mode too.
Yo, King. So you know what's pissing me off though? Whatever happened to online co-op that was supposed to? Remember, they always said that was going to be an additional feature, and we ain't never.
It's funny. I completely forgot about that.
Yeah, I didn't forget.
They dropped that.
So there's couch. Wait, there's couch co-op on that game, but not online co-op.
Yeah, still not on the Xbox version. At least I don't know. Chat. Oh wow. Me if I'm wrong, Lords of the Realm. If you guys know anything that I don't, but as far as I remember, they never added it. They said they were going to. It was a feature that they said they were going to look into it.
Did they add the extra character? Because remember, it's a female character.
Right.
When that female character comes with the DLC, that's when the online jump off supposed to be there. Remember that?
It'd be crazy if they add Mario to this.
I can't be looking at King and he got this rotate. This is too
hard. That is that. I understand what he means. Like you can't keep that anywhere. Like
I got a joint for it.
Oh really?
But that statue's for sale for 5,000. So
yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, I'm putting it
that was KOS, the last KOS, huh?
Yeah. I got this KOS is coming up this week. It's a special Avengers themed KOS. So because Avengers Endgame come out this week, so I was gonna do something else. I really have another statue that's back there that's so boy, but I have to do this statue in for Endgame. So that statue's gonna go up this week. You'll see.
No doubt. So being that we already kind of introed you, we're gonna intro you again. And of course, we have the Incredible Hulk of this, aka the XS Gamer.
Ooh.
The Lord of Combat Sports, who is a man of his convictions, demands nothing less than that premium experience. It is the leader of the Fraud Alert movement.
Ooh.
Beloved Lord King, how you doing, sir?
I'm doing fantastic. Hold on. Combat Talk King is in the building.
Here we go.
Because last night, you know what it was. Like, all right, so let's get it out there. I have to bend the knee to my man Super G. Super G was all over Bud. And I'm not to say I wasn't all over Bud. Bud is in my top 5, dead or alive. You understand? But the problem is I thought this was right for the pick, and I thought, Bud was definitely gonna either take a dive left by not respecting Khan's skill. And he like I said, he jumped on Khan early. He stayed in pocket with Khan. He didn't allow Khan to do his game plan. But remember, when the low blow happened, it was in the 6th round. So that's halfway past the fight. You understand? I'm not saying that Khan wasn't taking a beating throughout the fight. He was giving, he was taking. He had some moments, but he didn't have dominant moments like he needed to have in order to beat Bud. So remember, the low blow came. I'm not saying that he conceded, but he conceded. I
had to interrupt one. As I'm fraud with my combat talk, but I did watch one thing. Did you see Teddy Atlas's analysis of that?
Teddy Atlas is an overblown. And I hope somebody tweet this out to Teddy. I hope somebody. Let me tell you about Teddy real quick.
You about to go into Teddy real quick. Don't be coming for
I hate Teddy. I hope, and hate is a strong word, but I hate Teddy. I want y'all to take this part. I want somebody to send this to Teddy and let Teddy know. Teddy is not about you. Everything's about ESPN deal now. Damn. Yeah. Everything's a spectacle to you. You're a has-been to keep living off of other people's name. They shut you down at ESPN before because you was Blovate and a lion. So now they got you over there with Stephen A. Smith to get you a little bit more respectability back into the game. Bro, just sit yourself down. Khan is neither, nor has he ever been any of those words that you chose to use as that Olympian. Respect that Olympian for who and what he has done. That man has done numerous things inside the game, and he has always pushed the envelope. He did not have to fight Bud. He could have went and fought somebody else, made more money, and won the fight. He fought Bud because he wanted to challenge himself. Everybody in this room knew he wasn't going to beat Bud. I gave him a sliver of hope, hopefully, that he can establish his jab and shoot his right hand over it. So, Teddy, you are absolute fraud. You are disgusting to the game. I don't think you should even talk about boxing because everything you do about boxing is disrespectful to the boxers. You make it about yourself, and you have not thrown a punch in the last 70 years. So I think you should sit your ass down and be quiet. Now, on to Danny Garcia knocking out Adrian Donato.
Before you go, I know how you feel about Teddy. Clearly, we know how you feel about Teddy. Well, my question is, Teddy said that the way the cups is designed, that back in the day they demonstrated it, that they hit people with it. That Khan was looking for an easy way out.
Listen, I'm not gonna say that Khan didn't take the gimme.
Okay.
He took the gimme. No, he took the gimme.
That's what Teddy really was.
But he fought as valiantly. Well as he could up until that point.
Right.
He fought valiantly. Listen. That man was brutally knocked out his last fight, and I saw remnants of that in this fight. You don't know how you're going to come away from being. I mean, he was separated from consciousness for at least a minute and some change. No, Canelo hit him with such a shot that, I mean, this man, I don't know how many times this man can get severely knocked out like that without leaving the ghost of his body in the ring. He left himself there. So after,
You become a different fighter at that point. I got you now.
He says, man, do I really need to go this way until I get knocked the hell out?
I didn't know the history prior. I didn't know. He basically got his Roy legs twisted.
Boy.
He was okay. So from that point, the mentality changed. Get it. I get it. All right.
I mean, as a result of that loss to Canelo, like a lot of things in his life changed. So I kind of liked his story going into this fight. Like he became like a better man. You was
rooting for him.
You were kind of rooting for him. You were like, you know what, man? Like this dude, and he's always worked hard. He's never been about him not working hard. It's about his in-ring IQ, like making changes on the fly. He's never been good at that, and he can't change his game plan mid fight. He just can't do it.
And that's what I was talking about. Like he goes at one speed. Like if he can vary the speed on his jab, like half jab, soft jab, step in, move back, jab, tap, then go full speed. But this boy always is full speed on the jab. And once they start timing him, if he's fighting a timing boxer, he's done. Because when the timing boxer catches him, he's finished. I would never have. When he fought Danny Garcia, I knew Danny was going to knock his ass out. I knew it already. I knew Danny was going to knock him out because Danny's a timing fighter. But on to Danny and Adrian.
On to your next joint. Sorry.
That blind right hand was so beautiful yesterday.
Sorry, that's to do with the green glove. Is that to do with? Oh, I watched that. That was good.
Yeah,
I like the dude with the green gloves. Who is that?
Yeah, that's Danny Garcia.
I'm fraud. I don't know nobody name. I don't know. I just know I like his outfit, his match, and I was like, I like him.
Suit on. His suit was lit, and I said, "Oh, look at Danny with his Ishtar suit. He definitely on it." He started off early, like I said he needed to do, and he got him out there a little bit earlier than I expected. I gave Adrian Granados to the 9th and 10th round out of respect for his boxing technique and his footwork, but I just didn't expect Danny to hit him so clean and so strong. Thudding punches.
You hit him when he hit him with the down the block, and he went to the other side.
Yeah,
that was crazy.
And even then, I still see like I think Danny's great, but I think he's an old young fighter too. Like I just saw stuff that he just felt slow to me. But again, I think he's still power wise and technique wise, like he's up there with Granado. So obviously, like he was gonna outshine him, but I just still see things in Danny. Like I don't think he can really. He can't stand in there with Thurman anymore. Like
who division he in? My man Errol Spector. He in that division?
Yeah.
Oh, he didn't want no smoke with that.
No, you know who he is, though, right?
Who he is?
He is the new age Trinidad.
Oh,
all right. Yeah. So if you move your feet on him, lateral movement.
That's Boricua. That's Boricua, y'all?
Yeah, he's Boricua. See.
Oh, that's for the block.
Yeah.
Okay. That's what's up.
Footwork befuddles Danny. So that's why if when he fought Keith Thurman and he fought Sean Porter, they could not bang with Danny. So their whole thing was let's give him movement and boxing outside, right? So we can get
on the outside, give him angles,
right. And he has a very strong
of
the spot split decisions, and he has a strong chin, so he's gonna catch you. And he did. He broke Keith Thurman's rib and broke his elbow. This guy had to get shoulder surgery. Sean Porter, no, he had a rotator cuff damage after that fight, messing with him. Danny can fight. He has to be matched properly, like with certain fighters. If you give him, like if you put him in with Bud, all Bud is gonna do is dance and box around him, box circles around him.
Nobody really want tussle with him because he's strong.
They don't have to. No,
got you. Okay, I got you. All right, no doubt. What you been playing, Ken?
Oh, right now I just finished playing. What was this called? It was the real boxing. I don't know what it was, but I just found it. And
can't show it, but
he can't show because he ain't debuted the show yet.
You just see the pressure, right? That I get, right? Well, let me take it the pressure I get, right? This is what y'all don't see in the background. Yo, when is this up? When is this gonna happen? I'm like, I'm doing it.
Can't entertain us.
Yes, dance for me, monkey, dance for me. So I'm like, all right, I'm getting the show up. I gotta present it to you guys differently. So what I was told is I have to get an Elgato and I have to capture footage of it without me playing it. Like I'm playing it from a remote place, and I gotta put it up with saying this is footage captured. I got to do a disclaimer on the joint because this is emulation and there's rules against this apparently.
Fair enough. So you just been rocking on that. Nothing else really going on?
No, I was playing Division 2 with Lord Chris and Hot Monkey Lovin' and Lord Bort. we got a dude called Lord Bart. Right? I made him a Lord because this dude is like the guru. He's like my Yoda. He's in my backpack and he's telling me, you should get this and break this down. You should, or whatever the hell. And I'm like, okay, Lord Bart, and he has taught me more about the division than I ever knew. In this short period of time.
I shall be returning this week. I already know. But yeah, man, that's pretty much it for the King I see. You know what I'm saying? So of course we have the Lord of the Cooperative Experience and Gaming Ninja himself, the Shinobi. Damn, it feel good to say that. LordCognito, spreading that realness in the realm of the ILP, not telling you what you want to hear, but what you need to hear. So first off, no gaming talk. So the past 3 weeks, y'all, it's been extremely rough. Like on many levels. Officially, obviously, laid my brother to rest. He's still with me, Lord Whiskey. My aunt passed as well. And then I had a medical procedures, which I'm still recovering from. But I wanted to thank my brothers at the round table for always checking in, keeping my spirits high, helping me push through. Each of y'all did tremendous, just holding the fort down. Sov, I appreciate you, brother. You already know. You know what I'm saying? Addict, thank you so much for the retweets and the engagement and getting things in. And King with the energy, you know what I'm saying? Y'all was helping me laugh, you know what I'm saying? I needed that. So I want to thank y'all for holding it down. And I do want to give us a couple of special shout outs, you know what I'm saying? Lords in the Realm. Some dudes just kind of checked on me, you know what I'm saying? So Sinister, I see you in there. Mr. Ha, Neil, Ebontis, boy J. Fonzarelli, Dizzy in the chat, you know what I'm saying? Requeno, L. Bugs, Jess Gordon, John Linneman, my boy Reaper Ellie, Kaibatsu, Brat. Of course, he's actually has some pneumonia, y'all. Hit Brat up. He's not doing well right now. Make sure y'all send some love to Brat. You know what I'm saying? Eric Jackson, my man, you know what I'm saying? Undead, Boom, of course. Cal from Tick, Anchorman, and of course, my boy Mids from the Fight Culture podcast. Please check him out. Him and Fonz got a nice little podcast going on. So anyone else I forgot, yo, thank y'all. Much appreciated. Y'all guys have no idea. Them little check-ins, y'all. We got to check on each other in the community. Like that stuff, it helped my spirit. You know what I'm saying? So through the tough times. So it's good to be talking back games. Very therapeutic. So Sav, man, let's get into these topics, man.
I thought I was harassing you.
Nah, like, see, you be hitting me. And I'll be like, yo, that's what's up. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I thought my shit was
Attic can hit me and be like, yo, how you feeling? You know what I'm saying? Like that little stuff. Y'all don't understand. Like,
that matters,
bro,
man. That really matters.
It matters. It matters, man. And that's what we got to do in this community. For real. I love y'all. What's up, y'all?
I was hitting them at 3 o'clock in the morning. Yo, so
like, I'm not working right now. My schedule is normal. Like, call me during the day.
Full-blown conversation. If I see his joint said like online, I'm like, yeah. So how basically he like, I know he like, I'm sleeping, man. I'm trying to rest up. I'm like, yeah, you need to heal. Then I go into mad stuff like, so
Vogels Creek asked if you hit me up with Lord Shank.
He's always grab away.
God.
He's gonna make his debut again.
Attic, you about to get there. I'm letting you know right now. Shank is coming. No doubt. Anyway, we got enough of that going on. No poll results, but there will be one at the end of the show. But we're gonna get into these topics, y'all, unless anybody has anything else to say. But yeah, we got actually before we set it off with Solve. I know he's chomping at the bit about his topic.
Just we'll get to it when we get
to that because we got like 2 breaking news kind of situations. You know what I'm saying? So I wanted to start this off with the hot off the presses kind of thing. And the first one actually involves our Halo Infinite. And what we did realize is that 343 initially has said they were not going to do a battle royal mode. So it comes to our attention that the great Lord Brad Sams, good friend of the show, good to see him. Oh, wow. Hold on 1 second. We got to pay the bills. Shout out to Cat Daddy Fastback.
Always, bro.
Super chat. No lie, I want to rub the Hawk statue for good luck like the Showtime at the Apollo. Hot fire. Welcome back. Yo, I missed y'all, man. Happy Easter, brother. That's what's up. Yo, that's another. Cat Daddy hit me before the show on some real, salute that brother right there, man. Always love me some Cat Daddy.
That's my dude. Yo, that's real wood, so you can rub his wood, his wings.
Pause.
No.
Wow. first. I said that's real wood.
wood,
You
too.
can rub his wings.
Did I hear rub the wood?
Yeah, wow. He did say, "Yo, come on, that's a stretch. That's a stretch." I mean, you ain't saying pause after Apollo
just the real wood part was enough. That was
wow. Wow, y'all are extra today. Y'all are on it.
I'm back. I'm happy, y'all. I'm happy to be back. I get the fraud alert. No doubt. But yeah, man. So we had that first thing going on. So Brad Sands apparently with his digging, investigating, reporting, you know what I'm saying, is apparently they're going to do some 343 is looking into some type of their own spin on Battle Royale as experience in development. You know what I'm saying? So that's the first thing. And then the second thing, another respected insider, our boy Clobro, I believe he got it from one of the message board Reset Era, and it's on Ninja Theory. And basically, you know, we are being told that they're going to present something at E3 this year, and you know, the vibes right now is that it's a story-based 4-player co-op sci-fi game with an emphasis on melee combat. Each character can pick different abilities from their secondary attacks. There's guns, there's traps, there's a lasso, which acts like one in Bulletstorm. 18 levels, supposed to be Unreal Engine 4, just like Hellblade, but a faster paced game. And I know me and King, we talked about this. It's longest project yet in development for 6 years. So these are the rumors of what's going on. I want to start off with Attic first on Battle Royale for Halo, because we know I've been gone and I've been hearing a lot of conversations with y'all in these streets. So Lord Addict, what do we feel about the Halo Infinite Battle Royale rumors?
I like it actually.
Oh wow! Addict's coming around. What's up? What's going on?
I've always said that they can make a good battle royale game. I mean, everyone be ODSD. They do the pod drops. That's how you fall.
Right.
Down. Yeah. They got plenty of guns to switch through. They can do like a map of reach for a map for the map. Like
okay,
they can do a lot.
So now we know how strongly you feel about Chief and the story of Halo.
Well, Battle Royale doesn't really have a story. It can stand on its own. Everything.
So your whole thing is this is a separate mode. This shouldn't affect anything. You good?
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay. All right. Now let me backtrack. Let me double up on. Now, what about the Ninja Theory thing? Now, what are we about the whole? You know what I'm saying? Like 4-player co-op. Thing, like how do you feel about these rumors if that's true?
I've known about it for a couple weeks.
Insider.
Was double barrel gaming.
Yeah, shout out to that.
I was told by someone else that they were doing it. The actually exact words is Microsoft's going to get blamed for them not making a single player experience.
It's funny you said that. I want to talk about that too. Okay, what do you feel about based on the framework of the game structure? Which you're
I mean, if it's something they've been working on for 6 years, it kind of worries me a little bit because usually games that's been around that long and development that long, which I don't think this game's been in open development for 6 years, but so like the concrete and the foundation a game could be built on 6 years ago is not necessarily something that people would want to play now.
Fair enough.
So they could be building something before what was popular before hero shooting, before Overwatch and that. Like, if you make a hero shooter these days, it will be played, but it's not going to be popular. And we're talking about before then.
Like, I think it's going to be hot trash.
Yeah, I think in a way, how it's described, it sounds kind of like For Honor. Like what Ubisoft did with For Honor, obviously, is different. But
it sounds like a better version of what's that game called? The one that Strange Brigade.
Yep.
Oh, don't go there.
Yep.
I shouldn't disrespect. I like Strange Brigade. It was fun. It was fun. It's like a little fun, mindless fun kind of thing.
I think when Ninja Theory separates themselves is the combat. I mean, it is going to be melee combat. That is their specialty. That's what shines most in all of their games. So I want to see what it is. That hand-to-hand stuff with them is always very good. So I want to see that. But I don't know about the the multiplayer aspects of it. I'd rather just have a story-based thing from them.
Funny you say that. Now let me ask you this, Osar. What about the whole Halo Infinite thing? Like, where you at with the Battle Royale?
I told you I was coming. I told you it was gonna be Battle Royale. I just said that. I mean, it was never going to be. It's only Battle Royale. That was never going to happen. There was never going to be a Halo Battle Royale on its own off to the side. But I knew, I mean, especially after hearing how much money they're spending on this game, you're going to have a battle royale. And I think, like Addict said, like, they can do something really cool with it. We've seen that with Apex, you can make changes to battle royale and make it fresh and not be, exactly the same formula over and over again. I think with Halo's in a unique position that they have, like Addict said, like the way they drop, they can do a lot of different things differently. And that's what I want to see, something different and it make it still feel like Halo.
Like what I would like for them to do is everyone's an ODSD and you could do certain things and like Spartans will show up on the map or you get extra points for killing, like the crates that's in PUBG and stuff, like
right.
Have the same crates drop down, but Spartans protected.
Yeah, I think I agree. I would not want to actually be a Spartan in this battle royale mode. Okay. I think it's always been interesting, the fact that like with ODST, you're a human, you don't have those powers, you don't have those abilities, you have limitations that make the gameplay feel different. So I would love that.
No doubt. Shout out to the Daily Halo. He says, I play Halo every day. I think it's fun. Salute you, because you got the perfect name, the Daily Halo.
Daily Halo.
Yeah, so but what about, let me bring it back before I give it to King. I know King about to go. What about like Warzone? Like, do you think Warzone gets a limit? If
Warzone needs to go.
Warzone's in it, but so like, it didn't ever pop? I thought that was supposed to be like the premier mode. Remember?
It's good. Yeah. And you go, King.
No, go ahead. Because he said he know what I'm about to do to it. So,
kill them all. Go ahead, King. You ready? Go ahead.
Okay. First, and before the Halo thing, I believe the Ninja Theory game is going to be overcooked. Just like Addict said, I believe the foundation and basis is 6 years ago. It doesn't hold into this weight until this time. I really don't. When I heard it was 6 years and that was their passion project, I'm like, there we go.
So wait, so is it more that it's just been sitting 6 years?
It's been sitting 6 years for a reason. Like, you think about it, right? That another game leapfrogged it and got out and got critically acclaimed. Right. So whoever the investors were at that time, they probably kept showing them like, yeah, but we got this over here. And they're like, what's this right here? And they was like, oh, this one is okay. So this is like the lineage of Heavenly Blade. They're like, yeah. So, but we also do have a 4-player.
Like they had a whack music track, and the producers was like, nah, we don't want that.
You know what it is? They like, yo, listen to my verse on this one. They're like,
well, what I like what they did about Warzone is it always evolved. Like they always put new. There was actually a boss that they put in from Halo Wars 2 that came from that. It was the big giant grunt. They made that into a leader in Halo Wars 2.
Well, they might do that in this battle royale thing. What I'm thinking is everybody's little ODSTs, right? Boom, 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 boom. Everybody come down, and then it's one shot, one kill. But also that there's bosses in the board that if you kill them, that you can get a powerful weapon from them. Instead of loot crates dropping, there's actual bosses that you can fight and that you can kill. You can get a super weapon from them that can help you, get that chicken dinner at the end.
So are you looking at only a team-based battle royal, or are you looking at a mode that's every man for himself too?
I believe this is going to be every man for itself.
But we got to get back to this Ninja.
No, I think it'll be team.
We got to get back to this Ninja Theory slander that King on, because we can't let this fly.
I mean, I don't think that the game could be good. Like, but the thing is like it's a 4-player co-op thing. Like they don't like it when you start saying
already done that.
When you start saying like 18 stages. Like that makes me think it's not story surrounded because you don't word stuff like that if it's made through a story perspective. Yeah. Like you would say 4-player co-op with like a great story or some stuff like that. You don't say it's stages because that makes me feel like there's just stages that you put in afterwards.
Yeah. But what about Soft? What about King's point that it's been sitting and he said like it's not hot
Because I mean,
Microsoft
it's
is
something to
we're
worry
skipping
about.
over this.
Obviously, I mean, these guys are not dumb, right? They're not going to sit there and look at a 6-year-old. I don't think they're going to sit there and look at a 6-year-old project and look at it and be like, yeah, this is still going to rock in 2020. Like, I don't, they would have to reassess stuff if that's what the case is.
Yo, listen, Sal. They didn't have the money to throw this game out there. So Microsoft came with the bag and they looked over and said, yo, guess what project is on? Project Nifnod is a go. Like
what I worry about, what I do worry about is that if they succumbed a little bit to the pressure of having something ready to go by the launch of the new console, they're still porting Hellblade or whatever the case may be. They didn't have anything to go on whatever else their truly brand new IP is, and they were like, "Yeah, let's revisit this thing that we put on the shelf to do Hellblade."
Wait, so we do know. Remember when the studios came out and they're talking to Phil before Phil was throwing the bag, Rob? Remember, Phil was throwing the bag, and the statement was that they were going around and that there was one game that we haven't seen that was the really impressive game, right? And that wasn't Hellblade. So what if this was the game, though? What if
it's not impressive?
Like I said, if the combat is there, that's where they shine. If the combat's there, I think it'll be fine. We don't know anything about it, right? We don't know.
I'm worried now, man.
Here's
the thing, like the way they're making it seem. What's one of the number one features that people loved about Hellblade?
The combat,
the audio design,
that's audio.
And the way they're talking about it. That's not gonna be in this. Like,
no doubt. But at the same time,
I want them.
You're gonna need that new PlayStation audio chip to make it work, right?
I want Microsoft to buy Dead Space and have them remake it. Like, because I think they're the only studio around that can make a Dead Space because of that, like that psychosis thing. Like, that's what made them what they are right now. Like, people remember that, because I don't know if you guys play Hellblade.
Yes, sir.
That stuff is crazy.
I'm not gonna sit here and lie. It's on my Game Pass and it's on my.
You gotta throw that on.
But
that stuff's crazy.
Addict makes a great point. Is that and I said this briefly before. They've never made a game like this, a multiplayer game. Like their thing has always been story-based, single-player, combat intense. Like this would be something brand new for them.
Epic ain't never made Fortnite till they made Fortnite.
I'm right behind you.
You know how it goes when you get that extra money, and normally you go and you get your ham and eggs and cheese in the morning, and you go to work. Now you got the extra money, and you look and you say, "Man, I got a little extra. I could try that thing that I've always wanted to try." and you purchase that thing that you've always wanted to try, and it ends horribly for you. And you go, man, I wasted my extra money on this crap that I've been looking at for the past 2 years. And I finally had the extra money to buy this, and this was the worst decision of my life. I think this game is going to come out. And everybody's gonna be like, "See, I told you, Microsoft is messing it up again." And it's not Microsoft.
So what would you prefer, King? Would you prefer like Hellblade 2? What would you prefer?
No, I prefer Heavenly
Sword 2.
Yeah, Heavenly Sword. I prefer that. I've been looking for that game for the past 20 years.
I ain't gonna lie to you guys. I ain't gonna lie to you guys. I'd prefer anything but what this is. Like,
wow, y'all disrespect.
It's not disrespect. It just doesn't feel like what they make.
All right, I will say that. Let me jump in. Y'all out of control on this Ninja Theory right now. Listen, I feel where y'all going because we got Hellblade, and I will say this the only part I will agree with y'all is this. Like when I heard about it, first I'm co-op, so I'm biased. I'm going like what I'm hearing. But at the end of the day, when I did hear, I'm like, damn, like it almost feels. I just hope it's not a Scalebound situation, right? In the sense that, like, I know that's worst case, but in the sense that, like, we always know Microsoft to always do those 4-player cooperative joints, right? And for once, I was hoping we get like another single-player cinematic Hellblade kind of flow, just so that because let's be real, like Sony got that lane, right? I just would love to see Microsoft kind of get something out of those studios in that vein. The only one I think that's doing that right now is Outer Worlds, right? Right, Soft? With
and it's still it is sort of an open world still, right? It's just not really, but it is story based, yeah. And of course, whatever's coming out of what the initiative, I guess, was going to be, some big story based thing or whatever.
We hope. Again, I just want them to, like I said, we know what they do well: co-op, multiplayer, all that. I'm with that, but it's just like I just wish it was that in this case. But I'm willing to give this a chance, though. It do sound cool. And
Well, I
want to see what it is, but I'm just worried.
You all are gonna see what it is because it's coming to Game Pass.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
I was told that this is the game that they were working on before Microsoft even approached them. Like this isn't Microsoft influenced.
So, but this ain't the game. But remember, they said that there was a game that nobody's seen that Microsoft was like, "Yo, that's what y'all got cooking."
I think that's another studio.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, so it wasn't a Ninja Theory then.
But let me tell you something. This is the game that they were shopping that everybody kept asking them, what is that Hellblade though? Like everybody was like, yeah, that's nice. Yeah, what is that hell? It's like the Jackson 5. Like when the father Jackson, what's his name? Joe Jackson was bringing his kids around and was like, yo, Tito's the truth. And they was like, yo, how's that Michael though? How's that Michael though? And then nobody wanted to listen to Tito because Tito was hot garbage. But they was like, that Michael though, that Michael kid is legit. And Tito never got a chance to, and then when Tito did his solo album, it was hot garbage. Well, this is gonna be hot garbage.
Wow.
Trust me when I tell you, man.
You trying to say that Hellblade is Michael and that this joint is
Yes, this is their Tito, and they got the bag, and they're gonna put Tito out.
Jermaine.
I'm telling you, nobody wants to hear Jermaine Jackson. Nobody wants to hear Tito's revisionist history. Nobody want to hear none of this. They want that Michael love, man. Nah, I'm telling you.
Hashtag poor Tito.
Yo, listen. If they were smart, they do Hellblade 2 or Heavenly Sword 2. Just stay in that lane, get smart, do that. No, they want to branch off and give you that new. And I'm telling you, is that and they new is old. It's like old. So
they got to put a gag on you right now.
I'm telling you, I'm not saying anything bad about these people. I actually love this company.
You interviewed the devs.
Hearing stuff like this makes me think this is going to be a 6 or 7 out of 10.
Oh man,
Bro,
No.
and you know the narrative.
Yo, Stinger said, "What if this game is Janet though?"
Yo, but tell the truth. Tell the truth. You like Janet, but you really wanted to hear Michael. Like you suffered through Janet to get to that new Michael. So tell the truth, like you just set your own self up for that. Like, what's up with Janet? What's up with Janet? You really wasn't buying no Janet albums. Like you probably know, like Control. That's all you know.
Was high. We ain't gonna disrespect Lady Janet.
Nah, she was all right. The most you know her for is that Super Bowl malfunction.
Oh,
that's all
anyway, moving along into the last part of what I wanted to say. The Battle Royale. Now, y'all know how I feel about Battle Royale. You know how I feel about that. I do. The mumble rapper video games. But I will say this. I like, if this is true, I like how they implement it as a mode on the side, as a part of a whole game. That I'm my issue with the mumble rap battle royal game is that that's the game and that's it. And they thinking I'm just supposed to say yay chicken dinner and I'm supposed to be happy with that gameplay loop. That's my issue with battle royal. Like everybody's doing a copycat, but this I can see it work. I'm with Addict. Like I can see it working on some, as long as they not Spartans or whatever.
Yo,
That's
the
oh man.
Y'all sitting there like King told me Battle Royale was coming, and I have to take it. I told y'all.
Listen.
I told y'all when the game was being announced that it was gonna have Battle Royale, and y'all was trying to fight it. Y'all like, yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I didn't fight it either.
I was fighting it. I ain't gonna lie.
Cog didn't want it, and now he gotta get his knees dirty.
Shout out to Aaron Summers, my dude. Mumble rap needs killing off the real. Nice analogy, my man. Exactly. Listen, I'm cool with them as a side mode. My thing is just don't make Halo Battle Royale and that's it, and be like, yeah, this is the new game. That's my issue.
Stop
that. It's still mumble rap, y'all. I like them verses. But anyway, Jonathan B. King is the Joe Jackson of the podcast. He too. But that's all I got on this. So we'll see what the Hellblade thing is, man. We'll see. I don't know what to make of it until I see it in action. But that's all I got. Lord Sovereign.
Hello.
Are knees ready for Sunday?
Yeah, let's get the formalities out of the way. Let's go ahead. See, I see King has a nice wide angle camera. So
What happened? What's going on?
What do you mean what happened?
What's going on? What happened?
One of them knees belong to me, sir.
What happened? What happened? What's going on?
PS5 back compat, my brother.
Oh, wait. We gotta wait for it to come out. I told you.
No, my God.
It's gonna be you don't listen to
himself. Peter Pan himself said.
Okay, yo, please topic so I can tell your topic of the photo. You know what? I had a whole thing with these heads this weekend with this fraudery and law. Go on.
You have the lotion ready for your knees, King. Or your knees lubricated.
You need some Nivea, sir.
You got a PlayStation 5 in your house? You got a PlayStation 5 in your house. When you put PlayStation 4 disc,
I think this is one of the things he wasn't lying about. I think this is one of the things he wasn't lying about.
We have the royal court, and we have the footage of this thing. That, all right, in King's defense, let me give him an out. In King's defense, we both agreed that, you agreed that there would be no backward compatibility, but that Sony would charge. And the minute you put your disc in.
Right. So, and we agreed that it was one knee per level. We agreed. Yeah. So one knee was back compat, or no, he lost that knee. That knee's mine. So now the charge part is still up for debate.
You're going off the word of the dude that told you that they can do 12 teraflops. You going off for that dude, right? Now, see,
he's making it. I have to at least believe some of what he says.
He's selling snake oil, son.
Addict, go to you, man. I think snake oil. I think we need one knee.
No, nobody giving no knees until the joint is shipped, because I can't get my knees back once I give them up. When that joint ship and you put the PlayStation 4 disc in, and let's say it's gonna have a side compartment with a window in it. When you swipe your card, you're gonna swipe your card on the side. $4.95 when you put in your disc, you're gonna have to swipe on the side. Get out of here, man. BS, man. That joint don't do no back and pat for free. They ain't never give you anything in this life for free. They ain't gonna do it this time.
Well, it's not gonna be free for games that you don't actually own on PlayStation, but of course it'll be free if you have it already.
Keep your disc. Keep your disc. And day one,
listen. I'm willing to concede until both knees are mine. I'm willing to concede.
So you're gonna spare his singular knee today.
I'll spare him and then just get him. I'll just get him crazy later.
No, my point was this, right? We're not going off a snake oil salesman dude. Right, all that stuff changes when they get physical stuff in the house. But then when you get it, they're gonna say, "But what we was meant to say, like when you got it after you purchase it, then they give you the stipulate. Then you read the fine print."
Megatron said you got to do it over broken glass.
Wow, Megatron, you really want my knees to bleed?
I think they want your knees on Easter, baby.
So you want me to put my body on that? Spin around?
Shout out to Jonathan B. He said knees gone, PS5 exclusive.
Well,
Jonathan B, he got the quote of the day, though. He said knees gone.
I see y'all are really stands for this snake oil salesman. Y'all saw him in person. You know, anybody that can't look you in the eye and shake your hand, that dude you watch him. And I saw him.
You're gonna hold on to the fact that
we'll hold that
until it's released, and then we see it, and we get it.
And when y'all get it, I'ma laugh so hard. I'm gonna laugh so hard because I know the laugh. It's gonna be the I Told You So podcast. It's gonna be
this King is frauding on the knees right now. Let's just go into the spec talk, right? And we'll get into his.
We'll spare that knee.
It's some snake oil going on here, right? So let's just get into like what was said, right? So let's get into the specs real quick, right? So the CPU is going to be an AMD chip based on Ryzen. It's going to be an octa-core processor. 7 nanometer Zen 2. So the 7 nanometer is what's exciting to me, right? Anytime you give me more power efficiency, and the fact that that's barely a thing in the PC market, I'm excited about. So, and I fully expect the next Xbox to incorporate that as well. Now the GPU stuff. This is where it gets interesting. I know this is where King gave it the Quinine.
Bro, I gave the whole talk, the whole conversation to Quinine. I'm just letting you finish right now because I'm here to crush these little PlayStation guys' dreams. I just want you to go ahead and you will tell me what happens after this.
So the PS5 GPU is going to be a custom Navi GPU. Apparently they have indicated that it supports ray tracing. We'll see about that. We'll see to what level it supports ray tracing, right? Another thing that I gave a little bit of a side eye to was this 3D audio sort of solution that screams of Dolby Atmos, but just with a different name. So they talked about that. Actually, the most another thing I gave a side eye to was the 8K support, which
that's
no,
a point.
They didn't say 8K support. They
said it will have 8K.
They said it will be able to display 8K. Now, let me give you something, a little known fact. I got a TV that's in there that's 720. I mean, 1080p. It's the highest level of 1080p. But on the box, it said can display 4K content, right? So, and I was like, oh, because I brought it, and I was like, yo, my TV is 4K. No, stupid. Your TV is not 4K. It can display 4K content. So I put it on the thumbnail, 4K picture, because you can only do a 4K picture. And I put it inside, and it said, boom. Like, remember when Sovereign TV said it could do,
it said it could do 1080p, right? Yeah. One of my first the first Sony Vegas that I had.
Right. Well, he turned his TV on. Everybody else TV do you know the 720 whatever 480p whatever we was doing. We were doing it fine, right? And then we get to Sovereign's high scan, and when we turned it on so we could play a game, the joint was in a box inside the screen. We was like, "What the hell is going on here?"
That's 720p.
Yeah, that's exactly what my TV inside the basement does, right? So it's the top level 1080p. It does great 1080p, but when you get to 4K content, it's in a little box of my picture that I can't blow up to the screen.
Can it display knees? And Slow-Mo said he wants your knees.
Yeah, I know you want my knees.
They're not letting you live this one down.
They're not letting you go, kid.
The sad part about it is, I know y'all are hungry for something new, right? And I have a problem with you Sony dudes when it comes to talking about the next level. A lot of you dudes don't have a 4K television, right? And let me explain why. Because I went in on a couple of you dudes online. Now, a lot of you guys do not have a 4K television, but yelling 8K. If you looked at the prices of 8K, I put in affordable, cheap 4K televisions in there for you guys that didn't level up yet. Half of you guys don't even got a Pro. Indications of the cheap and poor sales of the PlayStation Pro. All right, so y'all fine with the base because y'all felt there was really no difference from the base into the Pro. You know why it was no difference for you? Because you didn't have a 4K television. That's why it was no difference for you. So y'all talking 8K, like y'all really gonna be in 8K. Y'all not going to 8K. It was just a nice talking point because you're getting your teeth kicked in right now from the X. So y'all like, yo, 8K is gonna be the thing. It's still not more powerful than Anaconda. Still not. So you're sitting there touting something that they still can't do. Remember, PlayStation Pro is supposedly able to display in 4K content. No, it displays checkerboard. So you're going to get checkerboard 8K, and you can't do 8K anyway. So why are you worrying about 8K? So let's take that off the table. Let's go what the Mark Cerny really talking about.
Okay, so
is really talking about the audio. That's all I heard.
So the audio thing to me, he said some weird thing about how you can utilize ray tracing for the audio as well. Like it was just a very weird. It was that snake oil that King talks about, where it was like you're speaking in terms to sort of wow people, but not necessarily giving anybody any real information on as to how this works. And it just rang of Dolby Atmos to me. They never supported Atmos outright. So to me, it's like, okay, this is their version of Dolby Atmos. So we'll see what it is. They're indicating it's some sort of hardware, down to the metal solution. We will see. The thing that was most interesting to me and exciting for me was the storage talk. At first, I thought it was great fugazi, but apparently and it sounds super expensive as well. They're looking to use the new PCI Express 4.0 bus, which isn't even necessarily available on PCs yet, which what it will do is, see, if you, on a PS4 Pro, if you just pop in a regular SSD now, you're not going to see much of a difference because it's not optimized for it.
Mhm.
Same goes for and any old SSD they aren't necessarily all created equal, right? When you look at the faster SSDs now, the V.2s or whatever, the MV.2s, these things are sort of produced specifically to push information quickly in a specific way along a certain track. And according to what's being said in this article, it's PCI Express 4.0 specifically geared for developers to make the game to utilize its power and speed in terms of loading and everything like that. Now that's fantastic. Now that's if it's true, it's fantastic.
Right.
But it's potentially super expensive. It potentially makes it so that you can use external storage just for storage, and anything that you actually want to play utilizing this tech, you would have to definitely download directly to the internal hard drive of the PS5 or whatever it's going to be called.
Right.
That said, I don't like a 1 terabyte internal drive that utilizes this tech. Sounds expensive. So we'll see how true it is. It's impressive if it is true. So overall,
yes,
I think a couple of things about this announcement were brilliant. They did it through Wired. Right? Because this is what you have to remember.
Right.
This is not for us. This announcement isn't for us. It's to get the other do I read Wired magazine? No. Do hardcore
they got the exclusive. That was a big exclusive.
Right. But if you think about it, if they really wanted us to, if it mattered to them that
the masses.
They would have gone to Digital Foundry with this, right? Same as Microsoft.
They never going to Digital Foundry with nothing.
Right.
They never taking any stuff over
but I thought it was brilliant. They're doing that because they want to appeal to the masses. They don't care about that 10 million that they sell to the hardcore. They care about the 80 million they sell afterwards to the average guy,
to the cult followers.
Exactly. So that was to me big, and the fact that they announced it the same day as that Inside Xbox, and they knew that the Sade was going to be talked about that day, even though it is apples to oranges, right? You're talking about a next gen machine to whatever, but I think, when it came down to Microsoft and what they talked about and how they presented the Sade, it just is bad look. It's bad optics, regardless of how much they don't actually compare and have anything to do with one another.
Right. So you think they try to steal the news cycle? Is that what you're implying, so?
Absolutely. I think that was definitely on purpose.
All right, King. Before I gotta get Addict on this because I'm curious. He's the big power guy. Now you know that. But Addict, like, what do you feel like? Are you impressed with what you heard so far? Is there anything that excites you in reference to PlayStation 5 specs?
I don't care.
You don't care about anything PlayStation 5.
I haven't asked. I don't care about.
I haven't asked. I don't care.
Are you
as long as it plays the games that I want it to play? Like, I ain't never been on that X that Pro Live thing.
What about the backward compatibility, sir? Does that excite you?
I've had that on Xbox, so it's about time PlayStation catches up.
Okay, all right, I got you. So specs wise, you don't care about your whole thing. You always been just give me the games. That's what you want to care about, right? As far as games.
Yeah, I actually mean that when I say that. There's a lot of people that don't mean that.
All right, no doubt. Fair enough. Lord King, why do you think they're fraud? I'm getting back to you again.
All right,
not excited.
So we're gonna break down all of this stuff, right? And I'm here to put blood in all of you snows.
Oh,
all right. Now check it out. Let's start off.
Language.
Let's start off with the SSD drive, right? Anybody that's in the know, shout out to Megatron and anybody else that's in the know about the white papers that go along in Microsoft, and then any hardware being launched from Surface Pros up, starting, I think it was 2019, and on, was supposed to have solid state hard drives in it, right? Okay, so any new hardware, not existing hardware on the Microsoft end, new hardware will have SSDs. All right, knowing that solid state hard drives is going to be a thing in the future because they are actually the wave. Okay, you can hook up a solid state hard drive to your existing systems right now and load in quicker on a regular base system. All right, my friend has a regular base Xbox, and he loads into Destiny faster than me with my X. And I'm always pissed off, and I'm always saying, "How are you doing this?" Is because he has a solid state hard drive. All right, now let's get that out the way. When they announce ray tracing, they're giving you little buzzwords to click onto because, but right now, ray tracing is the rage, right? You can do ray tracing right now with your existing systems. It's put in software. So again, that right there meant absolutely nothing. What the salesman was saying. All right, now let's go on into the audio. Dolby Atmos is inside your Xboxes right now. Sony never supported Dolby Atmos, so they want to bring a level of immersion with sound, and they want you to fall in line with it. So they're telling you from a chip level that it's in there. The reason why they're telling you about the sound, because graphically they can't compare to whatever Microsoft is doing. All right, so they're like, well, check out our sound over here. When you put on the headset, you're gonna hear things front, back, side to side. We've been hearing.
I gotta be all.
You know what it is. Come on, I mean, just say what it is, right? So Microsoft right now, you see these headsets, right? Dolby Atmos. Okay, I got it right upstairs right now. I'm hearing things front, back, side to side. When I put my joint on, when I'm playing PUBG, I hear the dude. I know where he at.
Facts.
Do y'all hear that in PlayStation? I really don't think so. All right, because they don't support that type of audio. But now you get that with your PlayStation 5. That is the most impressive thing that I heard coming out of that was sound. If you look at it, their VR, they're gearing you up. They're setting you up and they're teeing you up for VR. All right, because with the headset now, why is sound so important? Why is he telling you audio is going to be the new driving force? You know, when I put on my headset, why must I wear?
So wait. Are you trying to say Mark said he's controlling the narrative from they're trying to get away from the teraflops and trying to focus on the strengths of what they're doing with VR? And is that what you're implying? And sound? Is that what you're implying, King?
What they're saying right now, he used a lot of buzzwords to get you guys all riled up and nice and lathered up and ready. Right? So he told you SSD. Half of you guys didn't know what an SSD was, and the guys that did know what an SSD was knew common sense wise is going to be in every system going forward, right? Maybe not the Nintendo, but all premier systems, right? Okay. Then he said ray tracing. Y'all like, ooh, I heard about that with that new graphics card. So if they doing what a new $600, $700 graphics card is doing, yo, this system that's $400 is definitely going to be banging. Think what you think with your brain. Not, you know, it's not just for hacks. I want y'all to use this, right? So, okay, now the audio is what they're pushing forward for their VR. This next system is going to be about VR. They ain't say he didn't say nothing about teraflops. Let's move away from teraflops. Let's step away. Let's move back off of the teraflops and allow Microsoft to own the teraflop market. What we're trying to get to is that 8K display.
Hold on, we gotta pay the bills. Shout out to Dizzy, yo, my brother. 20 LordsOfGaming.net in the building. $20 super chat. Make sure you guys are hitting that like button, subscribe, hit that bell, check that website, support the best cast on Sunday that shows all love back to the community. Let's make ILP the official podcast for next gen. My brother, my boy Dizzy, you know what I'm saying? Lord Editor in the realm. Thank you, sir. King, continue to tell us why Mark Cerny is fooling us. You clearly believe.
Well, you know, this is his project, all right? So he's gonna highlight the pros of his project. He's gonna give you buzzwords for his project. He's not gonna give you the pitfalls and the downfalls, right? I didn't hear anything that made it. I was just like, why was this announcement made? Oh, okay, because you had nothing in the news cycle, and Microsoft was about to do FanFest to get people engaged, and they was about to talk about the new digital system.
Andrew B going in on you. He said only King could come up with this nonsense.
But you know something? If you feel it's nonsense, right? And this is what I say: if you feel it's nonsense, point holes into anything that I told you that was wrong. Just I want you to objectively look at what I just told you. The most important thing that he told you in there was audio. That's what he said. He said the most important thing that you're going to take from this is audio. And if you're going to sit there and say, I can load into Spider-Man faster than I can load into with the next system, foolish mortal. I want you to go back to your PlayStation 1. The load times were longer, right? every new system,
It's gonna be
load times are minimized.
all right. So basically, long short is basically what you're saying is kind of similar to what Saul was saying in the sense that it's common sense. A lot of these things you're not really surprised by a lot of things, and then that you feel that what Saul is saying, you're implying that even though stuff was set structurally from the APU to GPU, we really don't have those true details yet to really figure out what this thing is. Kind of what Digital Foundry is saying, right?
Yeah, just how powerful it is. Right. My thing is like what King says is like, okay, got to play a little bit of a devil's advocate, right?
Let's go.
And I go back to the storage thing. The storage thing, it's not as simple as you said, King, about dropping the SSD in there. Like it's not.
Yeah,
their SSD is proprietary.
Yeah, but they're claiming that they have reached speeds that are faster than any current
current PC today.
Yeah. That's specific pro talk. No, I get that guy, Saul, but I'm gonna let you finish.
So no, that's exactly what I was gonna say. Is like they've made claims about speeds, and it's not just about loading into the world. It's about how you stream the world and how you get information off of that SSD mid gameplay. That's gonna be a game changer for gameplay. So again, I don't know how true this is. Right? They mentioned that during the actual interview they were showing this, he like whatever the dev kit was being covered up, everything is very super secretive, so we don't know what's under the hood there. But if that is true, right, and all signs point to that, it can be true. It may be expensive, but it can be true. It's something that I think is a game changer that Microsoft has to follow suit with.
Absolutely. Let me jump in. This is good tech stuff. I love all this stuff. I'm with King to an extent. You know what I'm saying? Like, I understand where he's going. Look, at the end of the day, where I'm with King is that I'm not surprised, right? Because anybody as a gamer, as far as been following next gen, I want to give some shout outs since Dizzy gave some shout out. I want to shout out Lord Mod's tremendous articles on lordsofgaming.net. He's been ahead of this, man. He's been saying, AMD Ryzen line, A cores, the Zen, the Zen 2, 7 nanometer, like he's been on it. So that I will say this though, what excites me is the fact that it is Zen, because King, rest in peace, them Jaguars, that's been the bane of my console existence. That's why I'm on PC. You know what I'm saying? Like, because at the end of the day, it's like it's the bottlenecks on the frame rates, man. Like, I'm just, that's what kills me. Like, that's me on PC versus, I just can't. And with the SSD, shout out to the cops coming through right now. And the SSD that's supposedly rumored faster than the current SSD, I'm definitely excited to see how that's going to be. That's going to be a game changer. Like when you load up an Anthem, you load up all that stuff on PC on SSD, it is next level, y'all. Yeah. Like it really is fast. Now, this is where I'm back on King's side with the ray
tracing. We could talk about that one.
Let's talk about it, because at the end of the day, like the ray tracing, that commitment, I got to see what extent, because we know ray tracing is a resource hog. Like that thing. So I gotta see to what extent, and then if they're talking about, to me, I'm gonna be real, the vibe I get is on a software level. I don't think.
I don't know that there is a hardware implementation, something to aid in the ray tracing hardware wise that otherwise they would have talked about it. I think at least mentioned that they had a hardware solution. So my thinking it is software based, and when you're doing it software based on hardware that isn't necessarily built specifically for that, it's super intensive, right? It's super CPU intensive. So the question at this point is, can it be done theoretically? Yes. Will you probably be running the game at 720p at 30 frames per second? Probably. And let me speak specifically to this. Like, so recently Nvidia opened up the 10 series cards to ray tracing, right? So I immediately went in, boom, 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 with my 1060 on my laptop, and I downloaded all those demos to see how they run.
How's it looking?
They look beautiful, but it was a freaking slideshow. It was a slideshow.
Wow. So your frame rate
So it goes back to the old adage, like just because you can do something doesn't necessarily mean you should. So I think it'll be in the same vein of what we saw with the Pro and what we saw with the X, that they're going to give you options. Like it'll be like, okay, you want to run the game at 1080 60, you want to run it at 4K 30, you want to run it at 8K 20 or whatever the hell. And there'll probably be a ray tracing option. It'll be like,
why do you want to run it at 8K? Why did yo?
Let's
Okay,
look,
let's
to the 8K.
let's
8K
all right.
checkerboard, 20
All
frames
right,
per second, whatever the case may be.
let's really break that down.
But what I'm
This
saying is
man
that the
lied.
options are going to be there. The options are going to be there same way, and they're going to give you. And that ray tracing option is going to be low
That's your
resolution,
hope.
low resolution, fairly low frame rate.
That's
Go
your
ahead,
hope. That's your. We keep talking like these things is facts. This is your hope that they're gonna do something in this fashion. First of all, I'm telling you right now, they're not doing no 8K. All right, I'm telling you right now, they're not doing 8K.
That's a buzzword.
We know.
All right,
not 8K,
no, but
8K.
it's not that we know. It's these dudes that's out here really running around with the AK flag. They're out here with a
You know they were gonna do that.
This is the AK light.
It's good for the goose. It's good for the gander. You know how many people put 4K in their name?
Exactly. Xbox community was 4K the beast. We was out here. You know what it is,
though.
This their chance to throw their 8K up on your neck.
But but see, let me tell you how that Mark Cerny is a snake oil salesman. Right? And I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you why. When the most demanding game this generation, what's the most demanding game this generation, Sovereign?
This generation?
Yeah, this generation. The most demanding game.
Red Dead.
Okay. Now, when Red Dead runs in 4K native on that X,
right?
Does it run in 4K native on that Pro?
No.
Okay. So y'all got dynamic 4K, and they'll tell you we're gonna do some dynamic stuff. Now, maybe you might do some dynamic 8K, but let's be upfront with these dudes from the beginning. Let's you see what they do is they hype up these little wars in between each other, right? So I saw all these guys running around with 8K. What now?
And that's why I said it was brilliant. That's why I said it was brilliant that they went with Wired, because the 8K that appeals to the dude that's reading Wired, right? He's like, oh my god, they're doing this. Like that gets them interested in the machine in a way that somebody who's in the know that's going to Digital Foundry for this stuff. That it's more to know about the tech stuff behind it.
Real soft, like you control the narrative. You get your base excited. We know they're not going to be
and now the thing is that now all of that is associated with them. They came out first. Now the narrative is Microsoft's biting.
That's what I'm trying to say. You got to respect the move.
I'm not respecting that move for the fact that you know why I'm not respecting the move? The dude that was yelling out 8K has a 720 television. Right? I'm not respecting that whole movement. And the problem with this is I paid 10 grand for my 4K television upstairs. I'm not buying another TV. It's not happening. And I saw the prices on 8K TVs to the bushes with them joints. All right, they 18,000. You know what? 18,000. Half of your car is only like $400. So you gonna buy a television? You really gonna buy?
You know what's funny? You know what's funny? Lord MJ, he was telling me, he's like, man, he's like that's almost what I pay in tuition next year. He's like, that's ridiculous.
but King, this is what you're missing the point though. And shout out to Stinger in the chat. He said there's one issue though. He said they gave Microsoft almost 2 months to adjust. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, even though I do agree with Solve that again, they're giving us framework stuff, right? Stuff that we kind of know, the hardcore will kind of know, but buzzwords for the casual that don't know and excited that this thing is going to be a beast. But don't you think, since you're Phil Dominus, you're the guy, that's your guy, right?
They already addressed that.
Right, but don't you think that this gives, by them kind of doing this move, in a sense, gives Microsoft time to prepare?
Well, listen, Lordy Barra.
Oh Lord.
Shout out to Lord Barra.
Shout out to Mike Barra.
For you gotta give him the Lord.
The Lord.
He's the Lord.
That's the Lord.
He's the Lord of all gaming.
Yes,
for real dude.
Facts.
All right. Shout out to Lord Barra for saying that Microsoft stuff that they got working on right now is mind blowing. Like it's visually ridiculous.
The RDX and them dudes, they had a great podcast. Brad Sands and Mike Barra.
I want y'all to understand something, right? Y'all yelling out all this stuff is happening and all this stuff is moving. At E3, things would be addressed. All right, you would be addressed at E3. You will be addressed and undressed.
Why you gotta be
at E3?
You know what I wish though, and we talked about this millions. I just wish, like, if that was really the case and they had something that really blew this out the frame, I would have just liked to have seen like Phil on Twitter like a chuckle, like ha ha ha, or whatever. Something.
That's petty, so
Yo,
Right, but you gotta do that. You gotta excite your base. Like,
listen, if you confident that you got one in the chamber, you ain't worried about nobody. Like, you like, word, that's what y'all doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's kind of,
I don't know, man.
like, no, when Stadia came out, Phil was like, "Oh, word, y'all got the vision."
it was a bigger buzz about that.
You know what I'm saying? Like, Phil been popping off. Let's not act like
Yeah.
Phil. I gotta give King that. Phil has
My
been
man.
popping off.
That's my
Anytime
man.
somebody do something, even when they did the joint, he was like, "Word, that's cool." You know, he spoke to Larry the Inside Express. We're gonna get into that with Addict's topic. You know what I'm saying? But you know, he was kind of like, "Oh, okay, haha, yeah, we got a lot to show. We excited. So much shit." Like he been in his petty bag lately. I have to give Phil that. He was very, very petty. Now, let me finish up my last points. I'll give it back. It's just that, yeah. So I mean, the AK thing to me, it's just upscale. Let's just call it what it is. It's a future-proof kind of a thing. It ain't. I don't feel that they're gonna be doing stuff like that off the rip.
Mid-gen refresh. Remember what I told you? For them to do AK, you're gonna get that mid-gen refresh.
But like I said, like I'm really excited about that stuff. I mean, but to your point, Sov, no teraflop mention. That's the real statistic. You know what I'm saying?
And you know what's funny? They really, what's the word I'm looking for? They kind of finesse people. They announce specs without announcing specs. Like,
tell them Addict.
No, I get what y'all going. The hardcore, even Digital Foundry literally said what you said. Shout out to Richard Ledbetter talking those specs. Shout out to my boy John Linneman talking them specs. It was real good. You know, again, we'll see what's going to happen. But I just I think I'm impressed that the groundwork was laid. It does have a makings of a beast, though. We ain't going to be totally disrespectful. It does have it. I didn't think they were going to go as hard with both the GPU and the API. I respect that. But I agree with King in the sense that I think Xbox is sitting back. They're going to trump some specs. But here's the question I got to y'all. Like, we know when the X came out, right? And we know the gap. The vibe I'm getting, y'all, that maybe the gap ain't going to be as big as we think. Not saying that Microsoft ain't going to trump them, but my question is to y'all, like, don't y'all think they still kind of in pocket in a good space if the gap is stay like X the Pro is like this? Let's say the gap is like this, but they still got them IPs. So I think like,
of course,
they got the IPs. The way I think Microsoft could address this narrative now is with that 2 SKU release thing that we're expecting with Lockhart and Anaconda. And I've said it before. If now that they see that this is what the base PS5 is, I doubt very much there's going to be another SKU of a PS5. This is what it is. This is the framework for it. So, like I said before, if that Lockhart is even remotely close to those specs and it's $100 cheaper.
Ooh, don't say that.
Simply because they have the second.
Don't say the Lockhart smash about the.
But what I'm saying is that let's say it's close to it, right, or reasonably close to it, right? It's $100 cheap because even the hardest of the hardcore on the PlayStation side are assuming this is a $500 console, right? So let's say this gives Microsoft the opportunity to put the Anaconda even, whatever, in the stratosphere in terms of specs, and the Lockhart is even remotely comparable to what that base PS5 is. That's where I see some interesting numbers start to go down.
But at the end of the day, man, if they launch with like Bloodborne 2, Horizon Zero Dawn 2,
and that is another thing. All of those, all of those games that are not out yet are cross-gen games. Period.
Imagine if they launched it with all the because they probably have PS5 versions of The Last of Us 2, Ghost of Tsushima, Death Stranding, and then they had the PS5 exclusive games, which is Horizon Zero Dawn 2, Bloodborne 2. These games are probably aiming to be launch titles, and not to mention they're probably going to have a what's their whack ass racing game? What's that called?
Turismo,
Gran Turismo. Like if they launch with that, like Microsoft. They cannot launch this with a Ninja Theory game.
And I think I'm willing to bet that that's what they're doing. They're hedging their bets. Like all of this stuff, even if we do get Last of Us 2 or whatever early 2020. Oh, no.
Man,
all those games are going to be their launch.
They're going to release this with the new Resistance game. All right. Y'all thinking they're going to put they day one. They not Nintendo. Bro, they're not coming out the gate banging you in the face You're gonna get Last of Us 2 double up. You're gonna get double up. You're gonna get double because you can play it on your Pro. So you're gonna get double up. That's all you get back to double up mode. That's all you get ready.
So all that stuff gonna be just the up res. That's it.
It's gonna be the double up mode. Like you can play that here, or you can play that there. They do that. That's their joint. You double up mode. All right. So that's why you're gonna put the disc in. It's gonna be $4.95. You already know when it go down. Like, yo, I'm so sick and tired of y'all acting like Sony ain't doing what Sony does. This is Sony whole schmo. But this time, y'all notice they shut it down early. They just shut it down. They won. They put their hands up. You know, this is when the champion throw their hands up and the fight ain't even over yet. He throws his hands up. It's over. Yo, listen, they shut it down. No E3 for you, so don't look forward to it. You're gonna get little announcements here and there because they're gonna be trying to deflect and trying to slow down people's momentum when people actually got stuff to show. All right. The thing is this: y'all got information, but you got nothing. Like they give you a bag, they was like, yo, it's money in there. You open it up, it was newspaper. There was nothing inside there. You got sham. You got blam. You got a New York shuffle. He shuffled on you.
He did the thing called Monty.
You know what he did? He shuffled on you. And you picked the bottom of the deck and you was wrong. You lied to yourself. And you're sitting here going on with your lie. You don't got no 8K. You just got a new version of Dolby Atmos in your joint. And you got an SSD.
They don't even have a Dolby Atmos right now. What are you talking about?
They just popping off with features, expected features, and they nothing. That's what it is.
They're not doing nothing. Like, yo, you got a car with 4 wheels.
Wow!
No. They got the car with the 4 wheels and the Bluetooth now.
Okay, man. You can listen to your music now.
But King, we gotta give them the lineup. King, come on,
what lineup?
They got stuff. What you talking about?
They day one. Stop. They never did day one like that. They've never.
I don't think they've had a stable to be able to do a day one until now like that.
They don't do that.
I don't. I think they can do it this time because they have those games.
Shout out to Frogs in the chat. He said, doesn't matter if they have an Xbox system close to the PS5 specs or better. Most people in the PlayStation ecosystem will stay in that ecosystem and go to PlayStation 5 unless Sony messes up the launch bad. That's what I'm trying to say.
But no, I really do think they're going to do something to mess it up. I don't know what's going to be. I don't know how big or how small.
The only mess up they can do, in my opinion, is if they do the Connect Force PlayStation VR in the box.
They're not doing that. They're not.
I think the way they can mess up is price. If they,
I think they're about to mess up. I think they're about to drop the ball, and then that ball is going to turn into a bomb.
Here's the thing: at the end of the day, let's keep it true. And Xbox is a lot of our preferred console. But at the end of the day, if the specs are comparable, even if the NS content, even if the Lockhart and the Scarlet is above it, right? Let's just say, let's give it up to X, right? At the end of the day, right? Like. That ecosystem, 100 million, whatever they are, Microsoft, you got to get people to convert over to Microsoft. They're not going to just convert over just for power. You know what I'm saying? So if Sony still has this, the A+ bangers. Because
the Xbox
that's not making people switch.
The Xbox dude that abandoned Xbox for PlayStation is not. I don't think they're coming back. They're tight.
Not necessarily that. I think it's going to depend on the launch titles.
Yeah,
I think if they have a competent Halo, and Ninja Theory's game isn't whack like I think it's going to be. I think they could pull it off because I don't think Sony's coming out with more than 2 games. Like their exclusive lineup.
You think
I think you're going to see a lot of cross-platform games like Black Ops 2, but I think that those games have already going to be played, so no one's going to go over for those games. But I do see them like right now. We know that Sekiro Dies Twice. Their B team made that. Well, no one knows what their A team's making. I think it's Bloodborne 2.
All right, got it. Okay, here we go. Here's the bread and butter. This is the litmus test for you guys out there with the fraudery. All right, check it out. At it. So they come out with Bloodborne 2, right? And you can play it on current gen, or you can get the PlayStation 5 version. Where you can play it a little bit faster with a higher res. You can play it in actual 4K, or you can play it on your existing system. Are you gonna invest the $600 to $700 into the PlayStation 5, or are you gonna buy the $60 game to play it on your existing system?
Oh, so you're saying that people won't make the jump just in general because of the fact that with the forward compatibility, there's no need necessarily. That's your argument.
They all right.
Well, that's why I said there's going to be cross platform games. So, you know, a lot of people aren't necessarily going to go to that, but you do have your hardcore that's going to bite regardless.
Right.
I don't think that's going to sell it, but I do think if they drop a Bloodborne 2 and a Horizon Zero Dawn 2, I think that is going to sell it a lot more.
Shout out to have exclusive to shut off the market. I'm down with the PlayStation 5. I'm buying it day one.
Right.
Okay, guys. I want you to understand. I sit here and talk all this crap to you guys. I'm already when I'm able to pre-order it, I'm pre-ordering too. All right, so all that, and then you might catch me on eBay with at least 6 of them selling it to you fools that actually want it. So I'm gonna have it and I'm gonna sell it. All right, and I'm gonna get the Anaconda and I'm gonna have it. I'm gonna sell it. I'm just giving you what's going on next. You might not even have to make the jump for the first 2 years.
Right. To be honest with you, with Microsoft buying these studios, I don't think that we're going to see anything big off these studios for a couple years. But I do think this is going to be one of the very few generations that power is not going to matter so much at the beginning of the generation because the games are going to be so intense.
That's why I'm going back to what Dizzy said in the chat. He said Xbox have better have a better launch lineup this gen, though. Sony's probably holding on to one or more of those titles as launch titles this round. Microsoft has to be in the lane. And that's why titles to me, like a Halo Infinite, is key. Now, we do know that they're investing a lot. We keep hearing rumors. I've heard things behind the scenes that I can't even comment on. You know what I'm saying? In reference to the level of commitment that Microsoft has. And we know Halo's their baby, right?
Now, what? Yeah. Sorry. What happens if the launch comes out? You get a Halo. You get the next Forza because by around that time, the next Forza is going to be due. And then you have a Fable. Once that's a launch title, like those are good launch titles. And I do think those can compete because at the moment, I think Last of Us 2 is a cross-plat. I think it's going to come out a couple months before the next PS5.
Real Halo. If Halo is epic.
Day one.
That's all they need. Like just to hold off as a
Halo is single-handedly made Xbox what it is.
Single-handedly do what it do. You know what I'm saying? If again they listen to the community, or the changes are what the changes are, and it's epic, and it just completely galvanizes the base, and the base is satisfied, and you got next gen power behind it. Absolutely. Well, we beat this thing to death.
Real quick. What if? Because there's also the rumor that Sony might forego its normal release schedule and not release the console at the end of the year.
Yeah, don't say that.
If we get a spring release,
if they pull a March,
if they pull a Switch,
what would be crazy? Actually, I just had an epiphany. You know when they launched the PS5, the day Last of Us 2 comes out.
Exactly.
Because it would make sense. Because why won't you even comment on the Last of Us 2's release date? Because you can't comment on it because it's the same day as PS5 and they want to launch them both in the same day. They want to talk about them both.
He said, I know podcast, you better stop it. He said, power matters. All these PlayStation fans have spent 3 years telling us it doesn't and don't buy it, and I never will. Jealousy, I tell you, the X.
No, you know what?
Going in on me right now.
And I feel you, JD. Power does matter. Don't ever think it doesn't. Listen, teraflops will be talked about. AK real resolutions will be talked about. Actual power is gonna matter. But what Sony dudes now, this is what Sony dudes do. They get a goalpost and they tell you that we have the games. I want you to listen to these dudes when it comes out and Sony does something stupid like say $600. Something stupid like $600 in the box because you're playing for a sound chip or a SSD drive that they want to get you a little quicker into the world.
Room though, if they pull a switch, they drop in March.
But they're gonna drop in March in Japan.
Bro, if
they're gonna drop in March.
I thought didn't the PS4 come out first in the States, then it came out in Japan?
That doesn't hold water anymore, man. That market for actual consoles,
they know what's up. They know they own people don't buy their consoles like
you said it yourself, King. Them tax bucks, bro. Everybody,
Zoe, LordCognito.
Yes,
I'm telling you right now.
Yes.
When they drop this, they better not give you the option of playing the top tier game on the base system.
Oh, that's happening.
Don't do that. And this is where you're going to split the crowd. Force them Put the gun to their head.
Oh, you said
down,
PS5
lay
only?
PS5. Put the
No, I think there's
only
going to
on
be
the box.
PS5 exclusives.
They
They always
have
is.
to do that, man.
I think there's going to be the next Xbox exclusives too.
You don't think they're doing for it? Wait, I'm confused. You want when The Last of Us 2 or whatever comes out that it's only on PlayStation 5?
What sense would it make?
Because you got 100 million systems that they're gonna
You're going to make a lot of people mad.
That ain't happening. That's not happening.
Listen to me. What sense would it make to upgrade
Right.
when my existing Pro can play? I won't.
If it's the same SKU, that's what I do say. Like if it's two SKUs, you'll piss people off, right?
But people don't want to see the fidelity. They're gonna see it in.
Oh, of course.
They're gonna see it in 8K.
Ooh, that's the thing. Like, who are you marketing it that to?
For the power dudes, because they had to take the knee on power the last 2
Oh,
years.
so it's not gonna be checkerboard. It's gonna be real 4K.
So they claim. I don't know. I mean,
It better be.
yeah, one would think, you know what I'm saying? And then people gonna be like, yo, look how fast it loads. They're gonna Digital Foundry gonna have the comparison PS4 Pro versus PS5.
Instantaneous. Like,
Yeah, they're gonna be like, oh, look, come on, you know that's happening.
you got a cartridge. Ooh. Addict don't care for that. And listen,
Addict don't
care for that.
But
And
that's-
listen, my Addict is my needle. Okay, he's my needle.
I feel
I
you.
don't like being
Addict
referred to as
tells
a needle.
me,
You're the needle.
if Addict tells me, yo, I'm buying that PlayStation 5, then my eyebrow goes, oh, okay. Then I know
Well, I tell you right now, all they have to do to get me to buy PS5 is announce Bloodborne 2 as the launch title. Like,
But if Bloodborne 2 is a launch title, but it's backwardly compatible on your Pro that you got right now.
All right, that's a good point. Let me ask
you
Addict.
make it up.
King is making a good point because Addict he represents the masses, right? So in this sense, you're the needle. So in this is if the PS5 comes out, right? And you got your games, you got your Last of Us 2, but you also have your Last of Us 2 on PlayStation 4 and all the current hardware you have. Are you incentivized to get the PlayStation 5 or are you okay with
wait.
Also,
See, that's what I'm telling you. He's the needle. He's gonna tell you what's going when Addict makes the move, the massive is gonna make the move.
So then Addict, let me ask you this then. Devil's advocate, then what would make you get a PlayStation 5, and make the jump?
Bloodborne 2 launch title, exclusive.
But what if Bloodborne 2 just happens to be on PlayStation 4 as well?
Nothing.
So basically you're saying
that's literally the only game I care about on PlayStation.
So basically you're agreeing with King in the sense that until there's a PlayStation 5 exclusive only game, then you make.
I would never pay $500 to play something I can play right now and something I own.
So basically, you're taking the Xbox One S approach.
Like, look, I'm going to take this approach.
He's been doing that approach.
If I can play it on the content, the hardware I currently own, why would I ever upgrade to anything else?
Mr. Good Cat agrees. He said, I'm with Addict on that one. He said he's not gonna. This is interesting discussion, King. I have to give you this.
I'm telling you, I don't see the viability in doing. For me, I'm an idiot. All right, understand? I'm a stupid idiot.
We're tech-heads. We don't buy it.
Yeah, I'm buying the new one.
Yeah, that's going down.
I brought multiple versions of a game to see the resolution.
I mean,
I'm a stupid fool.
Good.
I'm not even trying to announce your name, man. I'm gonna butcher it. He said, "Why Addict is an Xbox head? He's got no credibility." I didn't even buy the X for the same reason, so I'm gonna have to throw that right back at you. If we was in Planet Xbox, I probably would have timed you out for that. But
Addict, me and Addict went back and forth on that whole X talk. It doesn't. He's the needle. He's the pulse of the community. He's the needle.
Right. He represents that 100 million. He represents.
I'm an aberration. I'm an anomaly.
You're right. Cat Daddy agrees. He said he has a great point. We're the majority. Shout out to Stinger. He said PS5 was also for those with us with PS4 base models that skip the Pro. Now that is true though. That's a good point though. Stinger's making. There are people who didn't buy into the mid-generation refresh, and they said to themselves, "Yo, that's a half measure. I'm gonna wait until that." So they could get that market, but what your whole thing is, Addict represents the majority. The base rules, lowest common denominator rule, and that they're gonna stay.
Yeah. If at launch, the primary reason to get that system is games that are already on the are coming out day and date for the PS4 Pro or PS4. Yeah, I can see nobody, or not nobody. I can see plenty of people saying, "Nah, I'll wait till they give me a reason to buy the PS5."
Okay, let's go back to the beginning of this gen.
Yeah.
When did you buy an Xbox? Like, what was the game that made you buy one?
Day one. You know me. I'm a temper, bro.
You know, the only reason I bought an Xbox, I bought it like it came out in November. I bought it like the end of December. Was because of Dead Rising 4. 3.
And you knew that couldn't be done on 360.
And that was the only game I cared about.
I got you. No, listen, this is a good discussion, man. Like we beating this thing that we got like.
And I thought I was under the impression of Fable was going to come out this gen. So you know,
this is valid. This is it's going to be curious to see how this thing plays out. Fantastic topic, Lord Lord Addict, Inside Xbox. And the shot.
Thank you for reminding me because I completely forgot what my topic was. So, I don't even remember. I think it was last Tuesday. I don't even know what day that was. We'll say last Tuesday they had an Inside Xbox, and you know, obviously we're a little bit into the Inside Xbox days. We've probably had more than 10 at this point, but did everyone here watch Inside Xbox last week?
Yes,
sure.
Yeah.
First off, I want to go into a couple of the statements that was made on Inside Xbox, and I want to go
like a lawyer, Jim. You said like you got to get into these statements,
and then I want to go into Inside Xbox as a whole. First thing I want to go over is what Phil said that you know, at E3 it's a big year for E3. Obviously, that could be PR talk. That happens every year, but he did say that there would be some announcements from the new studios there. So one thing I want to ask is, do you guys think that he's breaking his I don't want to announce anything that's not more than 2-3 years away? That's one thing. And the next thing I want to ask is, do you think Inside Xbox as a whole has improved since launch?
I want to jump in. Listen, I gotta be real with y'all. Like, y'all know how I feel about Inside Xbox. You know, it really is not for me. The cringe moments, discuss. I've gone on. Yeah, many a sound clip and a video clip has been made of me clowning Inside Xbox. It's just not where I need it to be. But I will admit, this last one, I felt the pacing was better. It was less cringy. Not that it had no cringe, but it was less cringy and it had announcements that I cared about. And the pacing was a little better. You know what I'm saying? I know King and me and King disagree on this part here. I do like old girl. I forget.
I'm not gonna say that. Listen,
I know me and you go at it with this.
Anything about anybody? Yeah, I just feel that they need a whole staff remake.
I will say this. Now let's get to the. Now, matter of fact, I'm just going to answer your question because your question, Attic, is just the first part is like about the show itself. Like, what do I feel about the show itself?
No, the first one was the statement Phil Spencer made that you know, he's got announcements. He's going. Some of the newer studios are going to be there, and they're going to announce them. Like, what do you think of that statement? Do you think that, you know, they might take being the, and he even low key made a punch at PlayStation, like low key. He was like, we're the only, you know, major platform that's gonna be there.
We actually gonna show up. I saw the slide. Phil been in his petty bag. I bet he did. Listen, that was cool. I listen anytime. If it's up to me, Phil should be on that show every month, just with a little stated address to the realm. That's how so when I see Phil, I'm like, I'm tuned in. I gotta watch. You know what I'm saying? And then for me, the announcements that they're talking about, and then obviously FanFest. This is a big thing. A lot in our community love. Shout out to L Bugs in the chat and everybody. We're gonna see every year. That's our little, you know, communal thing for the thing. So that's what I like to see. You know what I'm saying? To see that kind of stuff like that. Important announcements. You know, y'all could save me with Shazam playing Xbox with y'all. Y'all could save me with that. Like, I don't care about none of that fluff that y'all doing, the gloves and all that. Give me announcements, yo. Give me, it should be every month. Phil should jump on the Iron Throne and State of the Union. This is what's going on. This is what we doing, y'all. That's what I gotta say.
All right. Let me say this, right? One, they need a staff overhaul. That's one. All right, and maybe you hit on something. Maybe Phil can come in and suit it up with a little podium, and he can drop a freestyle real quick. Yo, we're about to bang him in the head, boom, and just walk off the stage. I feel that, and I love his petty. I love what he said. It was eloquent in the statement, and he said that we feel that we have the industry on our shoulders, and they have to stand up and show out for us. Like they're representing us, And I think that's indicative of my frustration with PlayStation. Don't get it wrong. I purchased Sony. I paid. I used them. I utilized them. I have a system. I have the headsets. I have all that stuff, and I've been a Sony supporter for years.
Right.
What I don't like is that they're taking my patronage for granted. And when you feel that you can do anything and I still stand there, that's not how it works. In any relationship, it has to be a give and a take. And at this point in time, you're doing a whole lot of taking and not a lot of giving. And you're not giving me no expectations on the future. You're not giving me any expectations on anything. That's like you come home in a relationship and you asking, yo, what we going to do next year? What we going to be? And they give you some fake fluff. Kind of the same thing we doing now. Bro, you're not going to stick around for long. It's not going to work out for long.
Controllers and celebrities.
I'm not liking that.
Yeah.
Now, this was the last one before E3, and they're making a point to tell you that.
Right.
This was the last joint before E3. They made us sit around to get the information on FanFest. For all of us guys that's going to be in California, that's about that E3 experience. And I suggest everybody go and fill out a FanFest. I suggest everybody
Sony fan fill out a FanFest.
Go there because it's about games. You play games. Go there. Go see PlayStation. Bro's gonna be out there. You know, people is gonna be out there supporting this genre that we love. There's a lot of stuff for y'all to do. Go see it. Go be out there. Now, that platform, it still lacks something, a bite. It is like it's missing food. It's like somebody bringing you a plate of food. There's a lot of vegetables. And where the meat? You got the beef. But there's no beef in there. Pause. Where's the beef? Like they're missing something, and I really believe is a setup with the staff. I really believe the staff is the Achilles heel to that whole production. And if they can get away from the fakeness of it, feels so fake. They can get past the fakeness.
What about to Addict's question with him about the announcements? Do you think that Phil was getting kind of breaking protocol and just getting people excited? Because normally they said they wouldn't do nothing like that.
I think the games that he talked about or what he mentioned was actually right around the corner.
Okay, all right.
I think he's about to come out and break that rule entirely. I think he realizes that they never had this kind of opportunity. Like literally, Sony's not gonna be there. Like their biggest competition's not gonna be there. And you're obviously, Nintendo's doing good. No, I'm not trying to. I know people are gonna be like, oh no, Nintendo. Okay, we all know Nintendo's doing good, but they're in their own lane. Let's be real. Like when it comes to the games that we play the most, Sony is their competition, and they've decided that they don't need to be there this year. So,
but Nintendo's gonna be on the floor. That's a different addict. That's what I'm talking about. Sony's not going to have a presence.
I think when it comes to what they're going to be showing at E3, obviously, I think they will break protocol a little bit and show some stuff.
I think they'll break further out on stuff that they know is going to come out.
But I think a lot of what they're talking about is the fact because Sony's not there. Anybody who might have had a presence on Sony's stage, now they can slide in and be like, "Hey, man, like you can be on our stage as well." Like So I think we'll see more of that. Anybody who might have been presenting something during Sony's press conference now has the opportunity to be on Xbox, and I think Phil understands that it's a way to put even more content on his stage without necessarily being forced to show his hand on the Microsoft side too much. So I think we will get some broken protocol. We will see some stuff that's not ready for at least another year and a half to maybe 2 years. Just a little teases and tastes, because I think, like I said before, I've said this in the past, like they have to be confident enough in what they're bringing to the table that they're not scared that they're going to have to cancel this game in a year's time or whatever. They have your development process has to be better than that. If you want people to have confidence in what you're trying to bring to the table, you cannot have that aura of fear around you that any announcement you make, you may have to double back on in a year's time.
I think the biggest thing we're going to see is it's like Brad said on RDX. We're about to get to the point where every decision that you see is Phil Spencer's and not just half of the decisions you see. Because up until probably about the beginning of last year, you were still seeing stuff that happened a long time ago. Deals. We just got through Crackdown. Imagine like that. We just got through Crackdown, something that Phil Spencer didn't even sign. What, in 2018?
Yeah, I get that. Can we get to the elephant in the room? We talked to Sade. Can we get to this? Because I'm winning.
I mean, shout out to Fonz. Fonz put out a great video about how he felt about specifically how the PS5 talk on that same day sort of overshadowed the Sade, and it overshadowed it in a way. Besides what the Sade did to not help its own cause, right? In the price and what all that stuff. I just think that the Sade, if you put that system out and you're saying that that's a feeler to see how people feel about an all digital console, releasing that system at $260 with 3 older games that are already on Game Pass makes no sense. You're putting it in a position to lose. So what is the point?
Exactly. And listen, let's get to it, man, because I'm wanting to get on this one. Here's the thing. It's like you said, so like, first off, like, again, what's the expression we use, King? Like in the playoffs, Knicks in the versus Indiana playoffs, game 7, Patrick Ewing, instead of dunking the ball or game to win the game, he gonna finger roll. This was a layup. Lay up. Like, you got a digital only system.
Whose head are we coming for, Cog?
Oh man.
We're coming from the marketing team's head, man. Yeah, and I'm tired of you guys.
But that decision is Phil's, though. That decision is Phil's.
Man, I think
there's no marketing that's not ran by Phil. Let's be real.
But you know what Phil needs to? I think, I think there's a theory that's going around. I think somebody's setting a dude up to fail. Let me tell you something. Like, I don't want to say that. I don't think my man is a setup type of dude. I really think he's an upfront kind of guy. But this reeks. It just stinks. It stinks.
You know what I knew?
If at the end of a console generation, it's hard to find a reason to purchase a console anyway when you know a new one's probably coming out the next year, how do you not position this to fly off the shelves? How do you not say, listen, $200 with a year Game Pass? Go.
Right. You know what it was? That was nice. But $179.95 has always been that number, that sweet spot. That's where it's at, right? Now, you took out the hard drive, the disk drive, but apparently somebody broke it open and found out all they did was cover it.
Oh man!
They themselves made a joke video. Didn't they make a joke video about it on Inside Xbox where they just covered it up and like, this is
I think this is one of the very few scenarios. Like, people would like to attack the marketing team for Microsoft a lot. I think this is one of the few times they dropped the ball because, like, especially what happened with some of the names in the past.
Why is it the sad system? I'm
agreeing with you. I'm agreeing with you. Like, this isn't the first time a name's been thrown around.
Oh no, bro. Yeah, that's happened a few times. I've had to live with the fire.
And I feel like, to this point, that they should know and they should really evaluate everything they do because they know it can be turned around on them.
Exactly. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm ready.
Like, go at them over the marketing of their games and stuff. Like, let's be real here. They haven't had nothing to market when it comes to game-wise. So I don't really blame them for not highlighting Recore, okay?
No, I get that, but here's the thing. It's like what King's saying. Like, these are layups. These are given.
Oh, no, it was a layup.
Yeah, like, this is an all-digital system. You're supposed to be cheaper than the S. You got the S out there with Battlefield, whatever, and here's the part.
What they should have done is they should have put it should have been $250, and they're like, until the end of the year, it's going to be on sale for $200 or something.
No, you know what they're going to do? And I think they're going to do this
year Game Pass.
I think they're going to do the stupidness. All right. I really think at E3 they're going to do a stupid move, right? Where they could have hit it out the park from the jump.
Right.
Right. They're going to get to E3. They're going to
hit you with the 200.
Yeah, they're gonna do a back pedal and drop the price down to 200.
Which is what they're
gonna do is piss any dumbass who bought it.
Infuriate the day one fool.
Yeah,
who said, 250 was a great. I don't understand. I really don't get it. Why you would do because you have to drop the price. And I know a lot of people saying, no, you don't have. Yes, you do.
Yeah,
like if you took out something that costs money,
right,
from the system,
right,
and you saying this was your deterrent,
yep,
right?
It's a 4K Blu-ray player.
It's the 4K Bluray player, right? You removed this That's why I got the X.
Exactly. You're supposed to make this thing sexy and attractive, and let's be aggressive. Like, put it out at the $200. You only giving old games with it anyway. They giving Forza Horizon 3. Who
exactly? You didn't give me why? You don't give me 4.
You don't give me
People ain't talking about
Crackdown. Give me Crackdown. Like, give me Crackdown. Give me Forza Horizon 4. Give me State of Decay 2.
At the end of the day, it's like if you're going to give everyone these, why didn't you just give everyone 6 months of Game Pass?
Exactly. That would have been better.
Thank you, Addict.
Even then, you can get away with $250 if you give Game Pass Ultimate.
Imagine you could say like, okay, like you putting that $250 out. You put 6 months of Game Pass. You don't have to put the games no one plays on the box anymore.
Right?
You could put Halo 5 on the box. You could put the Master Chief Collection on the box. You could literally have that box looking like an info commercial, man. Because
you can announce the games that are coming to Game Pass, right? You can announce it, whatever. Like you can use it as a platform for what's coming next. Mm-hmm. Like you can say Gears 5 is coming, Halo Infinite, whatever.
But why they need just debut Game Pass Ultimate with that?
Exactly. And we talked about this like a couple of weeks ago. Like it makes perfect sense that this Game Pass Ultimate that's been rumored should launch at the same time as
announced.
And then number 2, is the biggest misstep.
I'm just saying when we talked about it before, it had been rumored. It hadn't been announced.
Yeah. Right, but we know what else is the biggest misstep? Even Brad said, shout out to Brad Sands who talked about this. He was very befuddled. Remember Maverick? This is Maverick, right? This was supposed to be where they had the program where if you had the game, the physical, then you could trade in and get the all of a sudden that program has went MIA. That no one knows what happened to this program. Now, like no one can, even Jez Gordon, no one can find out what's happening. And that was supposed to be another selling point where if you did have the discs and say, hey, boom, Microsoft trade in, give me the digital version. That program of it.
I'm just hoping, because at the end of the day, they can only do so much when it comes to the games. Like if corporate's not going to approve it, they can't do nothing. So I'm hoping like next gen, like they give them more free reign to do what they want with the marketing, because you can't be aggressive if you have one hand behind your back.
Yeah,
like there's no reason why that came out. It's $250. Like if you go on Amazon, you can find
it, and then
it might be on sale. But at the end of the day, if you could go on a website and find something even on sale that's that's cheaper than something you're selling right now,
anybody that has stock in their stores at this point is selling it for less than MSRP. Period.
Exactly.
Whatever it is.
But I don't like how they're using that as the out. Like the new out now is like it'll always be $50 cheaper. But again, the messaging is confusing, right? Just bring the price down and then play that little MSRP $50
price down too.
Exactly. It's like that MSRP
$300 for the
ad messaging.
What sense does that make at the end of the cycle when you have when PlayStation has trouble selling consoles at this point, right? They know what's coming next. Right. So why would you not place this in a position to win?
Exactly. Especially when you're using this as a testing bed for the possible Lockhart, right?
That part, this is going up to E3.
Price drop across the boards. They do a $50 slash on everybody.
Right.
Well, I get that, but at the end of the day, if you're going to do that, you might as well just announce that before E3 so it doesn't hurt the launch of this one.
I think King is right, though. I think they're trying to catch the suckers who jump out early, right? And then the later in the year, the E3s and the Black Friday wave, then it's going to be what it's supposed to be, right, King? I mean, don't you think?
What they would probably do is they drop it 50 at E3. They drop everything: the X, the S, and the SAD edition. And then at Black Friday, you can get it for like $150, which is a good move. But at the end of the day, it's like, why did you stunt the sales of the SAD? It's not even necessary.
It sucks so bad
that we gotta call it
SAD. Like it sucks. I'm so sick and tired of being the butt of every joke. Like it was like Backbone and I'm just so sick and tired of somebody at the market and fix your feet, man.
They need to be way more aggressive.
Change the locks on these guys, man.
They gonna change their access code to the building?
I'm upset. I'm upset, man. I'm really upset, man.
I feel you, King. Listen, again, one has to know with the way this generation is playing, from this is how you portrayed video games to X-Bone with the name, Xbox SAD. I'm gonna call it the Sade, damn it, though. I'm gonna call it the Sade. That's what it's called. That's what the mama naming the Sade is. A Sade to me. But at the end of the
It just
day,
feels like it doesn't get any better, man.
yeah, like
No.
they're not
Like,
whoever's in
look,
charge making these decisions is not cognizant. They don't have their finger on the pulse of gamers. Gamers are going to take those acronyms and make sad. That's what's gonna happen.
And that's not even that. Let's look at the standpoint of what's happened in a week. We go from, Xbox is getting a lot of good praise from people to Ninja Theory, they made something phenomenal like Hellblade, to now they're making a co-op 4-player game, which a lot of people ain't gonna like that because they wanted Ninja Theory for that single player experience.
I know.
And then you go from that to the sad being at 250,
and then
and the PlayStation 5 doing 8K.
And let's be real, Sony was in a petty because Sony probably assumed, they may be aggressive, but this $200 Xbox Digital. Let's get some news cycle out here. And then they probably look like, we ain't even had to do nothing. They done tripped over this.
And that's what they always do. All they do is react to what Microsoft messes up on. That's what they do.
And he went out there and he just threw buzzwords together.
It's true.
Sound chips and all of this 8K madness and walked off the screen.
He was spitting nonsense.
And what's funny is Sony said 8K knowing Sony is gloating 8K knowing for sure that they're not doing 8K, but that doesn't matter. They threw out a narrative out there and it worked.
Slow-mo, you gotta chill, brother. You said calling it the Sade is an insult to Sade. Yo, you did it.
It's true. Kind of true.
Listen, they were smooth operators, man. They going. Here's what's going to happen. They going to drop it. It was the sweetest taboo.
Right. You gotta just stop this right now, man.
Because E3 they go flip it on us, man. I'm telling you, they gonna have that $50 $200.
Okay. Yo, listen, let me ask you a question. Do you respect somebody that comes out and gives away rounds, or do you want somebody to go out and knock out from the beginning?
From the beginning.
I'm down with that Mike Tyson strategy. Knock somebody the hell out from the jump. Don't go in there trying to take them the distance and trying to drown them. You might trip up and hurt yourself.
Shout out to FC Violence. No ordinary love. I'm weak. We gotta move on. We gotta move on. Oh, we got 2 more topics. We get up out of here soon. These will be quick. Oh, I'm up. All right. Switch is in the news, y'all. Back again. Switch Mini and Switch Pro. Pro rumors look like they are coming, man. Shout out to how do you pronounce it?
At least one of these are fake, man. You don't get a Mini and a Pro all in the same way.
Listen, Japanese publication. How you pronounce it? Nikkei? I can't even.
Nikkei.
As reported, you know what I'm saying? That there's some new details. There's definitely a Nintendo Switch Mini coming. This one is going to focus on console portability. It seems like this new model will still support the docking. It's supposed to definitely release this fall. Now, rumors on the Pro have kind of gotten a little murky in the sense that it's not most likely coming out this year. And according to the publication, Nintendo is still experimenting with a number of different things for the device, image renderings, operating system improvements, and that's supposed to be supposedly next year. But from what we understand, judging from the new info, Nintendo Switch Mini is going to be dropping in fall of this year. So I want to bring this to the Lords. What do we... Yo, the chat, I gotta chill. I didn't even finish the topic, Theodore. Damn. Switch Pro runs games at 720, 35 frames per second. Y'all disrespectful. I can't finish the topic, y'all. Damn. Anyway, I love y'all. Y'all hilarious. But so with this new information, I'll bring it to the table. Realistically, I want to start with King and Addict first. Let's start with King and Addict first. We know how they feel. Realistically, what do you want?
Get the slander out of the way early.
Let's get the slander out early. What do you want from the Mini, and what do you realistically want from the Pro if it's going to be next year? Mini
I
this
want
year,
a
Pro
damn
next
thing from the Mini.
Oh.
All right, that's one. All right, so if it's a mini version of what I got upstairs, you could take that and chuck that in the street. I want them to run it over with a car. Run it over. You took away the fun part. You took away the whole little hands. You know, they took a. What happens to that stupid game? Remember that fighting game?
Oh,
what happened to that
yeah.
stupid
What happened
game?
to
You can't play it,
arms?
right?
Yeah, if they do get rid of the Joy-Cons.
You can't play it, right?
No, you can play. You can play in conventional way though. You can play conventional.
They'll probably updated to where you could play without the Joy-Cons. But I'm not about a mini, man. It's already a mini. Let's not go mini.
Oh my! All right, let me. Can I ask you, realistic haters, this question?
It's not realistic haters.
Both of y'all got to be realistic now. Let's be real. Where's my man? My Switch is not right next to me.
The minis for little kids.
But here's the thing. Let's be real. Realistically, King, you do not play your Switch portably at all. Your Switch is in the dock, right?
Yep.
Addict, you play your Switch, you take it around. But let's be realistic. Isn't the Switch kind of big for a portable to beat? You don't feel so?
No.
You feel? I mean, well, you a big dude, but I'm just saying, like in general, like
in my hand, it looked like a cell phone.
The normal size guy, right? Generally, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, they want something a little smaller. So you don't be excited if they brought and they still got the dock and it's small and it's portable. You can actually rock around. You know what I'm saying? Like, you not excited?
No. Give me some more power. Please, bro. Give me the Pro. I'm more excited with the Pro.
Okay.
This mini doesn't reach my radar. It's not. I'm not even buying my son. You know why I'm not? And I'm gonna tell you why.
Why not?
Because they're gonna put that mini out at the same price as this system that's out right now. Watch.
You think it's gonna be $300 for a mini?
Free cash. Watch.
You know what's funny? You know what's funny? It's gonna be $300, and they ain't even bundle nothing with it. We
Nothing.
So you think Nintendo is that arrogant that they're gonna stop at for the $300?
They sell cardboard.
You know what it is? You know what it is? That if you look at the release cadence for Nintendo's consoles, right, or whatever, they'll release the base version, and then the next version of it improves on it. That's not what the mini's doing. The mini's dumbing it down. Right? They get rid of features. They're gonna most likely get rid of.
No, it's gonna be cheaper because
it'll be cheaper, but it'll be dumbed down.
Gonna be with it. It's probably gonna be like $200 to $250.
$299.
I get $1 cheaper.
$299, and they're gonna tell you buy it or not. Like $299, buy it or not. You know why? It's super portable.
So we paying for the port. It's going to be the exact.
That's what you want, right? That's what you talk about, right? For those little hand men, you know, you can get portability. Yeah, all those dudes complaining right now, stop complaining. Just play what you got. But take off the sides.
Way you can market that at $300. It has less features than the base.
All right. I got a question for the other lords. Are you buying this?
Low key? Yes.
No, you gotta
explain.
I gotta call fraud. We gotta stop this right now. You are not buying two versions of the Switch. You stop it right now. The boy, stop. Somebody get his mic. Shut his mic off.
I can't abide that. I can't abide that.
Listen, stop. All right, I'll be on me by myself then. Let me tell you why. Because that D-pad is fraudulent. That D-pad ain't no D-pad, y'all.
You got the same D-pad with the mini. You got the same D-pad with the mini. So stop with your fraudery. You ain't get. Come on, man. This guy out here. Now you actively out here trolling. That's an active troll move.
Yo, listen, could you first you be feeling like sometimes, like if you on a plane with that joint,
stop
right?
that lies.
You be feeling a little doofy. So
I don't feel no type of way with my Switch. I don't feel a way at all. I take it out, I play it. If they ain't got it, that's their business. I don't feel no way with the Switch. But you know what I would feel away?
Where's the fraud alert? You don't play your Switch portable.
No, I took my Switch with me when we was in Boston.
Yeah, one time.
And I was playing it. No, when I was in the room, I was playing it when I was sweating to death in that hot house.
You really put in that work. Addict, you know what I'm talking about. Solve, you know what I'm talking about. That D-pad is not a D-pad. It's separated, segmented buttons.
You're getting the same D-pad though.
It's we gonna get most likely.
You ain't getting stop my blanket.
I agree, but I bought the Ori, the $20 Ori D-pad thing, and I did that.
Dudes is out here buying 8-bit dough. They doing all these things because the D-pad is fraudulent. And I'm a dude. I want to play my Mortal Kombat to go.
Hold up. Is anyone here buying Mortal Kombat?
Oh my God.
No. Let's be real here. Is anyone here buying Mortal Kombat on the Switch?
He is.
Are you buying Mortal Kombat on the Switch, LordCognito?
low key, I gotta say.
Okay, Sovereign, you're the new host because we can't have frogs and stuff like this.
Yo, you giving the usurper the host back.
I'm so sick and tired of this lie. This is not the lie we're gonna let you hold. You are not going in the store with $700 of your bucks to go buy Switch material. You're not doing this. Like you're gonna have 3 Switches. Why you gonna have 3 Switches?
I need the D-pad.
Pause, man. Pause. Yo, you are not having 3 Switches. Stop this fraudery.
I'm gonna get the second because one gonna be for the plane. You know what I'm saying? The portable jump. You
don't make no sense in this earth. Like I'm not. Stop. Stop. You're just frustrating me right now because you're just trolling me. Because right now you're trolling me. I can see if you say, yo, I'm gonna get a Pro because the Pro might come with a different D-pad, but not that many. Now, listen, they cut back. It's a cutback system. It's a cutback for full price. They're gonna take stuff away and charge you $300.
I'm like, sorry, man. I'm getting it, man. I'm getting it.
No, I mean, I can't agree with you. I'm not getting that many, man. Because again, they're killing features on it. It's for the kids. It's finally trying to push people away from the 3DS. And
I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Actually,
let's get that D-pad action, y'all.
Let's bury that 3DS. Let's bury that 3DS in the backyard graveyard with the Wii U. Let's get that out of here.
All right. Here's the thing. We gonna leave the mini alone because clearly this is a point of contention.
It's not real.
We're not gonna talk about the mini anymore, which is scheduled to release this year. Now the second question is the Pro, which is now they're still experimenting. They don't know which way they want to go. There's a lot of confusion, you know what I'm saying? But we do know it's coming most likely next year. So it's gonna be right on time with the Scarlet, and it's gonna be on the PS5. So what do we realistically expect from the Switch Pro?
Power. Some more resolution, a little bit more speed. I mean, we saw some games that was at PAX that I honestly thought that these games was running on elevated system. I really didn't think that they were running on a regular Switch because these games showed a level of form and polish that was unheard. I mean, really nice looking, very fast games. And I'm sorry if you guys aren't in with that. Y'all got to get in with that because I'm getting the Pro for that.
Do you think they can get it to base PS4, base Xbox, close to that power?
Hell no.
If they got base,
there we go back to the speculation in the yo. This guy over here today, since he's been away, he's been in his conspiracy bag. He's come back with all types of lies. I don't even. This is a body snatcher. This is not Cognito here. This is not Cognito because we
got Scroll Cognito.
Yeah, we got Scroll Cognito here. He's been with that Stadia crap. This is Scroll Cognito. He's down with all the fraudery. I'm not feeling you. I'm not feeling all the stuff that you claiming and you saying. You're not the real you. I think somebody get this man a Snickers because he's hungry. Somebody get him a Snickers.
Slow. I'm not. They ain't gonna change me, bro. I'm with it. Listen, I'm gonna tell you, that mini gonna drop for like $150. Y'all gonna be
Shut up. Yo, I want your knees off that. I'm down for all of that smoke. You said 150.
150, bro. They coming in hot.
Yo, these are the same dudes that told you. Yo, you wait 4 years for Netflix.
That's gonna be the smoke.
Stop, man. Come on, man. We acting like these dudes
Mini coming in hot.
Mini ain't coming in at no 150. Yo, he said the Mini gonna be 150. Yeah.
Yo, I'm telling you, son, we're gonna be right on the plane. We're gonna be right on the plane going to E3 with our Mini.
He's still medicated. We got medicated cops.
I'm still medicated.
Nah, it's no way. It's not. You don't believe that your damn self.
Anyway, Lord Addict, what do you want from a Pro? If any of that can excite you,
can I run Destiny on it?
Oh my God.
What about the Division? What about Sekiro? Can I run that on it?
Oh man!
In case you ain't noticed, that's what I want from it.
You can run Hellblade on it.
Oh God!
Yeah.
Have you seen what Mortal Kombat? Let's talk about the Switch.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the Switch. Have you seen
it.
what this thing looks like on Mortal Kombat?
Yeah. They took all the lighting out, all of it.
Like I was looking, I was like, I'm trying to get LordCognito to pick up Final Fantasy X because it's like one of my favorite Final Fantasies. And I'm sitting here looking at this game, and I'm like, I look at the trailer for Final Fantasy X. I'm like, yo, that looks bad. Like, I'm like, it's like they took all the color out of the game.
Coming in hot.
Oh, be quiet.
No, I do think
Final Fantasy X on the go. That's still a good game to play.
Well, they bring that price down instead of that 60.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. I don't know why it's like it's on the PS4. You can pick it up for $25.
Did you just say $150?
Yeah.
Bartender, give me what he's drinking. I don't know what's in your cup, brother, but I need exactly what you got because I'm drinking water.
Whey protein, brother. But yo, Sal, finish this up, man. What do you think? Mini and Pro, where you think pricing? What you want?
I think the mini. I think the mini would be 2. Honestly, I would not be surprised if they even dropped down the resolution of that screen more. And made it smaller, made the screen smaller. If they're looking for true portability, right, the true replacement for the 3DS, the screen will be smaller. They may be willing to drop down the resolution of that screen because they're going to be like, it doesn't matter. The screen is so small. It'll still be able to upscale fine to the fact that it's still a dockable machine.
Okay, I just have one question for you, Saul. Is it playing the Division? That's all I care.
No, I'm talking about the mini. I'm talking about the mini. That big mini.
Why are we talking about the mini?
So the Pro,
no Rumble, no Amiibo gimmicky stuff.
$299.
You see that little? You see that rock that big oversized?
It coming in hot. I'm telling you.
Hold on. You see that rock that big oversized statue behind King has, like that the axe is destroying? That's the mini. That's how I feel about the mini. Okay,
head. That's a person's head.
But
that head is visual. That head is visualized.
That mini,
in the mini.
I'm gonna tell you right now. That mini, if it comes out this year, is winning. Is winning Christmas. I just know that.
We could put knees on that.
That's winning Christmas guarantee.
We can put this mini. I'm telling you, it's coming in hot.
If it comes out this year, if the mini comes out this year,
you said 150.
Winning Christmas.
Oh, I was like, yes.
No. I'm not talking price.
I take that 150 bet.
If it comes out this year, it's winning Christmas, and it's the mini is winning Christmas.
I don't care about that.
Yes.
They can win all the Christmases it wants. It's gonna win it at $299. It's gonna knock it out the park, Rick. Knock it out, Rick. $299. You guys are looking really weird.
For the Pro, what you want for the Pro song? Then we move on.
The Pro, like I said, my pie in the sky is that my pie in the sky is that it's close to PS4, Xbox based power. Now, base power, not Pro. Like that.
Yeah.
So we need a
Base
Pro
power.
just to run standard games. Okay.
Standard games
Hold
on
on.
6-year-old.
What's the Pro gonna cost?
Whole
What's the Pro gonna
segment
cost?
is turned on its head. This whole
We're talking about. Hold up. We're talking about.
fraudery.
We're talking about at the point this supposedly if this Pro comes out next year. We're talking about we're looking for it to be comparable to 7-year-old hardware.
Hold up. You got to tell me how much this is gonna cost. Huh?
$300 to $400.
So $400. So we're at what it costs for a PS4 Pro. So you're paying $350 to $400 to have an experience like the base Xbox and PS4.
You're looking at a portable system.
Yeah, but what about this too? I mean, remember the rumors initially was that Xbox and these guys are going to play nice. But then the rumors kind of been put on hold because of what's going on as far as the functionality of the system. What if Pro services that whole marriage between Microsoft and Nintendo?
Yeah.
So that now they get xCloud and they throw the Bluetooth in the joint. They up the
Look at that, man. We're asking them to put Bluetooth in
but
there.
now they got to be able to upgrade their form factor. They got to update the innards in order to have Game Pass rocking in that joint if that's the eventual goal. That's what the rumors
All I want for Christmas is basic features.
So wait, Song might be on that. Shut up, man. Basic features.
400.
Listen, at the end of the day, what if Solve is right? Sostradamus might be right again, y'all.
I'm telling y'all, man. You're talking about getting it comparable to 7-year-old hardware at that point. 7-year-old hardware. Like this is not pie in the
Why
sky.
is it impossible, King? Why you got your head there? Why?
I'm looking at my phone for facts. I'm trying to fact check his fraudery. I'm looking up the definition of fraud, and you two guys keep coming up. Like, I honestly, listen, I'm not gonna say it anymore. Y'all done beat this to the death. Like, and you know you wrong. You just know you wrong. You just wanted to come back with a bang. That's all that is. You just walk in the door. You just wanted to make sure that you close the show with a bang. And you've done it, my friend. You have definitely done it with the 150 talk to this guy over here talking about PlayStation 4 talk.
You gotta get it right. Twitch Mini coming in hot.
Yeah, it ain't coming in hot, boy.
It's coming in so hot, it's gonna burn straight through.
Coming in so hot, it's $299. And that other one over there, that's $400, maybe $450 if they could squeeze some extra bucks out of your butt. I'm telling you right now, y'all think
it's gonna be $450 just because of the Switch cost.
Yeah, and you know what, Addict? You know what makes no sense? Mm-hmm. This dude said, "Yo, yeah, is it 7-year-old hardware?" Bro, the Switch that you got right now is like 15-year-old hardware. So they don't care. They hitting you in the face.
And even if they do this Pro thing, even if they do this, like, you know, the Pro gonna be the standard Xbox and PS4, like, okay, that's gonna last for what, a year? And the next consoles are out, like, and then we're back to square one where they can't run anything.
Mention either, right? And I think it would be a mistake, but Cog mentioned it that they didn't know what their game plan was with the Pro yet, right? Mm-hmm. Meaning they don't even know if it's going to be portable. We're assuming it's a Switch. It's in the line of Switch, and I think it would be a mistake if it's not. I don't think they should make a regular home console anymore. I don't think that at all. But what if it's just a base home console?
Oh, King is disgusting.
Yo, this is definitely off the rails. This is completely off the rails. This has getting to wild speculation.
You're talking about Nintendo here. It's always off the rails. Yeah. When did Nintendo ever do anything normal?
That's what I'm tell you. They do one thing normal. Mm-hmm. They gouge your pockets. So when you compare, you think that 150 was a viable option in your hemisphere. It's not, brother. You know damn well it's $299. You can wish, you hope, you can pray, but it's gonna be $299.
You're focusing on the stuff you know is a lie.
I'm focusing on the truth.
We're gonna have to wrap this up here.
No, you gotta go. King, I know we finished. We killed Switch into the crowd. We got 2 consoles dropping real quick. Let's get some nostalgic feels for the OGs. What's going on with Geo Capcom? Let's roll.
I'm so happy right now that people are taking a stance. There's a stance across America going on right now. But you have these one-up arcade machines frauding you guys. You're paying $300 for one game. Mm-hmm. In some cases, you're paying $300 for, they say it's a deluxe cabinet. And it has like 3 games in it, and they're charging you a little extra to build your own cabinet. First, you got to build your own cabinet. You got to put it together with a little Raspberry Pi crap. I'm happy Capcom is putting out a new system. It's the dual stick, 6 buttons on each side. Mm-hmm. And it's coming with 16 games. 16 games that were never released in the home.
Yeah.
Excuse me, like Aliens versus Predator, which is really good game. A lot of good titles that's there. But also on the same day that Sony was putting out fake news, real news was being spread. And that game, it had that system has Wi-Fi, so it has Wi-Fi leaderboards. Yes. All right, so it actually has some online capabilities. You plug it into the back of your TV, and it's it's a portable system. You can take it wherever you want to go. You can get your fight on with your friends. Now, Neo Geo, SNK, my favorite company, has stated they're putting out 2 new systems off of the success of the Neo Geo Mini.
Yeah, which they made a bread with. Yeah,
right. They made a ton of money off of these. They decided to put out a new system, standalone home systems that connect up to your television, and they're gonna have new games on it. But at the same time, they announced that there will be a new Metal Slug title coming out, brand new, that will launch with these systems. Yes. My question is, now with the success of the sham 1-Up series, do you think that these are going to be viable for the nostalgic people that couldn't afford a Neo Geo back in the days, but now they're affordable prices, not like that Nintendo Mini. These systems is actually 150 and you know, stuff
now,
like that.
shout out to the chat, Dizzy and Aaron Summers. They're saying it look nice, but they saying that price is too much for just 16 games, King.
Yeah, $250 for 16 games, but you would rather go and spend $350 for one game. So at what point in time does that 250 look like gold and that 350 look like feces in your sock?
Addict, are you interested in any of these mini systems, sir?
Nope.
Oh, there you go.
That's not marketed for him. Remember, he got into gaming when it was GameCube. So this is for us older dudes.
Yeah, for the OG.
That want the OG.
I just got one question about the Neo Geo. Does it play The Division?
Oh my god,
this guy here. Yo, I like the fact that you all on this division. Maybe me and you could play this week, man. I like that.
We all need to play. So if you're not no interest on these two, or
listen, this Capcom thing looks disgusting. It's a big ass Capcom logo. It looks absolutely disgusting. It's 60. No.
What's funny is it's like, you know how much buttons. What's funny is they're like, you know how much money we made off Resident Evil 2? What else can we? They're like, we could sell some old stuff.
No, it's a passion project. It's a passion project.
Not all of those games. Some of those games came out in that beat 'em up collection they just released. Captain Commando, Final Fight. Those were in there already. Street Fighter,
Alien versus Predator.
Alien versus Predator is the one that hasn't come to any other platform, right?
Right. I got that over here. Though.
Yeah, exactly. So it's for that price. And for that look, I'm not feeling it. The Neo Geo stuff, I'm wondering what the heck that is. I'm glad there's a new Metal Slug coming out, but are they really building? What are these consoles they're talking about? To me, especially when they're being number 2 and 3, me, yeah, it just feels like it's another mini type thing. Maybe not in that form factor, but it's just adding more games.
Yeah,
I'm with you. More of their classic collection.
You know these joints ain't for me, but I understand the sentiment. I think for me, it's just like everybody catching that wave. You know what I'm saying? Like Genesis doing it. You know what I'm saying?
Genesis sounds crazy. Like so far, crazy.
Everybody's trying to catch that Nintendo wave with these mini systems. I ain't mad at them.
I'm mad at them. I'm mad at them.
They made money. You know what I'm saying? Capcom. I mean, Neo Geo made that money with the other joint. They coming out with 2. This is for King. Like, we know what this is. This is the Arcade King right here. That's all this is. We can throw the roller because this is all to his narrative about the resurgence of all these hot games.
Well, see, I love all those. I love those games as well. I just, to me, the way they're being presented, particularly the Capcom thing, I'm like, nah, man. Like,
but what about the Neo Geo?
And the fact, I mean, the Neo Geo thing is cool. I don't think it'll cost as much as that Capcom thing, right?
No.
I'd be interested. I mean, I'm interested either way. If they're actually trying to make like a real brand new console, like I'd just be interested to see what that is. But if it is just more of the nostalgia of their titles, like just making a number 2 and number 3 with different titles than the first one they released, maybe a different form factor. Because I know a lot of people weren't necessarily too happy with the mini arcade thing. Like, you can't actually really play on that, right? Yeah. You can plug it into a TV and that's cool. So that's cool to me. But the Capcom thing, only 16 games. The fact that it's Sanwa parts and it's like all those real arcade parts, great. I'm not feeling the big Capcom logo. That's it. And I'm not feeling the amount of games.
King, let's wrap your topic. Are you day one?
With that Neo Geo, definitely 100%. Because I brought that.
He was Nintendo. Like, I gotta make sure we still ain't talking about the
Switch. Listen, like I purchased the Neo Geo Gold system. I got that upstairs as a portable system as well as the home system. I got that upstairs. I'm putting that downstairs. I'm into that nostalgia stuff. I'm into that stuff that we used to play. I got the Nintendo Mini. I got the Super NES Mini. I want them to make a GameCube Mini. Just so they can have little capsules of my past. I take just, right there. I want this the Sega system. So these things I think is viable for us. Price wise, that's where it comes in. If the price wise it comes in under $100, that's great. I'm down for that. Because they're little Raspberry Pis in these games anyway. So
absolutely. Shout out to Keith Curtis. Probably a big disrespectful. Cognito was on that Labo in recovery after his prestige. Disrespectful.
Another quick take on the Capcom thing, right?
Mhm.
They're getting flack because the emulator they're using on it to run the
Final
game.
burn.
Yeah, exactly. It's an open source emulator that nobody's supposed to make money off. So it's kind of funny that the dudes that will probably put a cease and desist out on it are actually trying to make money off of
They
it.
just made an update.
What's
So I
funny
believe they
is-
made an update. They're saying they're hearing reports that that it has now been properly licensed, and that's
they have.
some of the developers currently involved with the software. They just haven't been contacted, but they're trying to use that with permission, I guess. But
Well, the thing with that Final Burn open source, they gave them credit in the actual title, like they're licensing it, like officially. But the edict on that Final Burn is when you use it in any form of capacity, it's supposed to be free and it's supposed to be shareware, and you can build on it, but you have to title the source. Also, and you have to also make whatever you did alterations to the software. You're supposed to make that free as well.
Right. No doubt. Well, this is what it is. King, the arcade king, got his wish. He's getting his SNK. You know what I'm saying? Gloriousness. What was them $500 cartridges he used to have?
Boy, like if you really think about it now, that they can give me all of that stuff that I spend like $3,000 to $4,000, $5,000 on for $100. Yeah, I want that. I want my son to experience that. You know?
I will say this: if they do a turbo graphics joint, I might be interested. Like that was my wave too. But I like the Express. That was my joint. But anyway, let's get it. We got to get up out of here. It's late. All right, the poll's coming back. All right, new ILP poll this week with the recent announcement reveal of the initial PlayStation 5 specs by Mark Cerny. Which feature has you the most excited about the next generation PlayStation console? The choices are A, 8K for that glorious resolution jump. B, backward compatibility for the amazing PlayStation 4 library. C, SSD for the faster loading times. Or D, I don't care. Y'all frauding on 8K when most of y'all ain't got 4K television.
Hit that like and subscribe, and make sure you do that poll. And you frauds out there that don't got that 4K television, hit that button at the bottom.
That is the question. Those are the choices. Please rock the ILP vote when it goes up on Twitter tomorrow. Lords of the Round Table. Thank you, brothers. I missed this show so bad. I missed this, man. This is home. This is home. And regardless of what you go through, this is therapeutic talk. The games, the chat, everything was lit. You know what I'm saying? A lot of fun. So, make sure you hit the like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Lord Addict, I know you got to get to work. Where can the fine people find you? What is going on? Is he gone?
You can find me playing Sekiro on Twitch. I know someone in the comment section is going to make fun of how I said that, but that's fine. We all have our little things. I don't know if I'll beat the last boss. I have a feeling when I beat this last boss, I'm going to uninstall it. Because he's definitely going to want to see it again. Shout out to Kid Smooth. He officially lost his challenge last night.
Wow.
Shout out to Kid.
He lost the chance to win $1,000.
I think that dude made more money.
Go ahead.
Losing every daggone day. And it's been the most. I sit there and eat my food to his misery. So shout out to Kid for giving me the joy. I love your misery.
Shout out to Kid because he put himself out there. And anything, I don't care what nobody say. He's got his lane. He is probably the most entertaining streamer of them From Software type games.
Yes.
Hilarious.
What's funny is when he quit the stream, he was like, I'm done. And he was like, Addict, go through there. I want you to block everyone that gave me the stupid challenge. And then GLM popped in and was like, you gonna remove me just because we gave you the chance to win $1,000? And Addict was like, you guys knew I couldn't win this.
No doubt, shout out to Kid. No doubt. That's what we got going. Lord Solve the Usurper.
I gotta go.
All right, kid, have a good one. Lord Solve the Usurper of the Iron Throne, holding it down for 2 weeks. What's going on, sir? Where can the fine people find you?
Yeah, I'm happy to crawl back into my hole. Like my lane.
Where the camera at, though, Sovereign? Where the camera at?
I'm gonna put pressure on him too.
Where the camera at?
You
can't go out there to pack and be out there in the world, and the world see you, and you come back to the damn show with the
shout out y'all. I Love Podcast. Watch the Kingdom Come Delivered interview. His face is there. It's 25,000 views.
You would think like this guy looks like the Hunchback of Notre Dame or something. That he hiding his face like he really disfigured from some wild accident when he was playing with pumas as a child. But no, this is not the case. Sovereign is a handsome man, and I can say that because I'm comfortable in my masculinity.
Exactly.
He's a handsome man, and he should definitely have his handsome face to be
Let's
seen.
put the pressure on, y'all.
You know, shaming doesn't work on me.
I know it doesn't work on him. Peer pressure. I've been around this man forever. Peer pressure doesn't fold him. You guys are gonna have to pay for the face.
We're gonna have a Patreon tier for his face.
Yeah, I can do that definitely.
Oh my God, he paid for the face.
But yeah, no doubt you can find me on Twitter, LordSob ILP, and BX Sovereign on Xbox Live and PSN. Hopefully be getting back to some gaming this week. I haven't touched anything in damn near a month.
I can't wait. Shout out to Sinister. He said, wifey don't want you to. That's what it is. Lord King with the triumphant return. King of statues, Arcade King, Combat Talk King. We got all the kings today. Where can the people find you? What's going on, sir?
Do you see that statue in the back, guys? Do you really see that statue in the back? Now I know you're sitting there like, yo, but King, man, you bust early, bro. You put out the banger. Yeah, that's the banger. That's a certified but you ain't see nobody post that up. All right,
crazy.
In fact, the dude that did it hit me up, and I got an exclusive contract with him for all his new stuff to come out. At a discounted rate because I will not put anything up that I do not own or purchase my own self. All right. That being said, I have statues that's still to be unboxed that puts that to shame.
That's crazy.
All right. I got the statue this week is an Avengers themed statue that y'all want to see. Y'all gonna want to check out the promo. I keep telling you guys, follow us on the Facebook community. Follow us on our Instagram. Yes. Make sure that you follow us on Twitter because what you get on the YouTube channel is not the same thing that you get at these other channels. Because when I put it up, I can't put out certain music because it's copyright infringements that YouTube won't allow me to post. I work very hard on these promos just for you guys. LordCognito doesn't want me to give it to you.
Yeah,
he says I'm giving out too much free stuff, and I need to stop. But
because they gotta click the video. Y'all gotta start retweeting and clicking the video. Shout out to Cat Daddy. He said people make Illuminati sacrifices for a statue like that, King.
This is facts. This is facts. I feel you. And if you go to the Instagram, you can actually see the pictures. Attic was like that rock that he's standing on. Those are dead bodies that he's standing on. He's standing on a ton of bodies. And if you actually go to the Instagram, you hear I put drowning pool, let the bodies hit the floor while I was playing and that's spinning. I mean, I put in that work for you dudes.
Bodies hit the floor.
Yes. Yes. Man. So you got Combat Talk with the King coming next week. Yes, and I'm still trying to get the Arcade King to you guys. I try not to show you too much because there's a ton of stuff there and it's going to be super interactive. I want you guys to ask me questions and give me suggestions for games that you want me to play. And I'm not going to be crying and screaming like Kid Smooth because if it's frustrated, I'm turning it off. All right? So,
you're not going to do the challenge.
No, you're not going to make a meme out of me. All right?
No doubt. That's what we got. That's what it is. And of course, LordCognito here. The realm was lit. Everybody in chat, please like, subscribe, hit that retweet, y'all. Hit that retweet, y'all. Put this out there. Share. We're giving good times out in the realm. Absolute pleasure. LordsofGaming.net for your gaming news. We shout out to Dizzy and all the fantastic writers. More content coming, more secret announcements coming. You already know Stream Team, Sonaldo, L Boogie, MJ's a boss, old school style back in the building. Delapo, we miss you, man. I know you working. Delapo, we miss you. Let's get it back popping. And shout out to everybody, like I said, that came through. Fantastic return. King of Statues is up there right now. Please check it out. Combat Talk is up there. The Last Word with Ebontis is up there. It was a fantastic discussion. Me and my brother going at it about the future of Destiny 3, Division, and Anthem. Please check that out. Everybody, enjoy your Sunday. Happy Easter. We're going to see y'all next week, man. Peace.